started the broadcast. Now, we're going to be, and everybody's still cool with me podcasting this, right?
Yeah.
Oh, absolutely. I think it's going to be awesome.
Does my hair look okay?
Yeah, you look great.
You look beautiful.
That's why I'm wearing a hat. I was like, I look tore up. I'm tore up. Oh, and our voice is squeaky. All right, so I guess we're going to get started probably in just another half minute. I'm going to go refill my coffee cup because I've pretty much drank it, and that's going to be bad for me once we get started. So I'm going to put more coffee in it.
Okay, you know what? I'm going to take that opportunity of running to go do the same thing because I got to run upstairs to do that.
Okay. Damien, you need coffee?
Yeah, actually, I'm going to do that real quick.
Yeah! We're going to have like this empty hangout. People are like, what the hell? What are they doing?
What? All right, let me get coffee also. Go ahead, from upstairs.
I'm going to silence my phone, but I do want it handy in case I have an Ange emergency or something, which I shouldn't have. She's at work, but I hate for something to happen, and she's like, where were you? And I'm like, I was playing D&D, bro.
Hey, Apollo.
Now, I've tentatively titled the group Bastards of Young.
Okay.
Is that cool with you?
Yeah.
All right. I mean, there's a couple reasons. It's all because, you know, for one, we're all brothers, and and you know,
That's fitting.
yeah.
Look, Jason Apollo.
And I don't need to go into any detail further on that, but you know,
I think we get it.
But it's also one of my favorite Replacements songs. I love the song, and I figured, you know, I was listening to it the other day, like in the car, and I was like, I would love to, like, I would love to do that.
You okay with him being down here? Or should I?
Yeah.
Okay.
No!
What happened?
Nothing. We're good.
Okay. Isabel was trying to get Apollo away from me. She thought he was bothering me. Right. And I was down here last night because, you know, Apollo really didn't come down here because, you know, this was Joe's room for a while and all that stuff. So, you know, I had to kind of coax him down here just to try to hang out with me a little bit last night. And he was sniffing around a bunch. And then this morning, as I started coming down here, I was like, yeah, come on, Apollo, let's go. And he just came right down with me. So Want to be comfy.
Good for him.
Yeah, my boy.
Damien, like
Yes.
I was telling John, I've tentatively chosen the name of the group to be Bastards of Young.
I like it.
Okay, good. It's not only, like I was telling John, it's not only one of my favorite replacement songs, but when I was listening to it the other day, I was like, it kind of suits us. From the brother angle.
I
So
definitely like that. I mean, I definitely thought of some ideas, and a lot of them didn't sound as cool as that. I can definitely tell you that much.
I mean, your hero group, you can name whatever you want. I mean, it shouldn't be too hard to beat like Noodle Warriors. Or even Chaos Inc., which is kind of like cool, but it's also like it's like
Chaos Inc. is pretty cool. I like that. What was it? The one that Chris Perkins does for D&D? The one that Chris Perkins does all the time. What are they called? They're called the Corporation of Debt or something like that, or the Corporation of Assets or something like that. Because mainly what they do is they try to get as much wealth as possible. So we could play around. We could actually do a hangout where we just try to come up with a really good name for the group.
Sure. Now, did you follow the Geek Fight Club's adventures at all? Have you been following them? Like when I post the blogs?
This week has been the first week we've been on vacation, so I haven't had a chance to really follow anything. But I did read a little bit of your world that you sent me the Wikipedia for.
If you ever get around to like reading like all the blog posts of the Geek Fight Club adventures, I stole like this whole theme from Joseph Conrad's Heart of Darkness and Apocalypse Now, and it went on for like way too long. But from the book, I stole like one of the episodes when they met like the village of like savages that were someone was trying to civilize. Like that was the the International Society for the Suppression of Savage Customs, which is which is from Conrad. And I was thinking like as I was like that's what I'm going to call this episode. I was like, that would be a pretty good name for like a group.
We will beat civilization into you.
Whether you like it or not.
Exactly. Is that the American way?
It is.
Yeah, strangely enough, it is.
Marco, I'm going to let me see if I can.
I see John's picture's frozen. Did we lose you, John?
No, I'm still here.
All right.
Okay.
I'm just gathering. I'm gathering my dice, getting ready to kill people.
All right, so I'm going to start the podcast end of this, and I'm just gonna introduce us briefly, say who we are, what we're doing, and then I'll introduce you guys, and we'll take it from there.
All right.
I should have written an intro.
In a world.
In a world gone mad. Greetings, everybody. This is the Geek Fight Club live play Dungeons & Dragons podcast, Bastards of Young. I am your host and Dungeon Master, Mondo. And with me is my brother, Damien. Hello, Damien.
Hey, everybody. How we doing?
We're doing all right. Damien, you're in Cairo. Is it Cairo or Cairo?
Cairo.
Cairo.
We're in
Okay.
Cairo, Egypt. I am coming to you live at 4:38 p.m., which is actually 10 o'clock in the morning your time.
Yes, it is. It's early for me. Also with us is John, our other brother.
What's
Morning,
up?
John. What's up?
Good morning.
Good morning. What time is it where you are?
It is 10:39 where I am coming from Clemens, North Carolina.
See, me too. I'm in Winston-Salem, North Carolina. But now, if we had Chuck, we could ask him what time it was where he is, and he could tell us it was the same time. But that he'd be in New York.
Right.
Now, the whole point of this is we are four brothers who all play Dungeons and Dragons, and we have not all been together all of our lives. We got some different moms, well, two different moms between the four of us, and we've only fairly recently gotten to know Damien over the internet. Thank God for the internet.
Yay, internet!
Yay! And it's oddly enough, I guess things like role-playing games and stuff like that, it must be genetic because we're all pretty big gamer types and nerds. We're a bunch of nerds.
Proud of it too.
Damn Skippy.
Yeah.
So recently we decided that we would try to play Dungeons and Dragons online together using the magic of Google Hangouts and Roll20, and we are going to start doing that today. We'll start with Damien because he has one character. Damien, if you could tell us a little bit about your character, his name, what is he? What do you got there?
Yeah. I decided with new 5th edition, since they brought back Barbarian as one of the main classes in the new book, I decided to go with a Dwarf Barbarian. His name is Brynden Stormhammer. And believe it or not, I'm looking to, once we get to level 2 for me, do multi-class. I'm going to multi-class him as a sorcerer. So he's kind of like, it's kind of awkward for it to see this happen with a Barbarian Dwarf guy. And apparently his background is he's part of the Sage group, and he thinks he's an astronomer. He thinks he's a amateur astronomer and bases all of his fighting on the stars. So I'm hoping that by level 2 we could do some interesting things with his character. Let's see what else. If you want to get a little bit more about his background, his personality traits I chose was, and I kind of flopped around a little bit with the character because I want to make it a little bit interesting. So I took a little bit of different traits from different sections, but I like the idea that he watches over his friends like they were a litter of pups. He doesn't suffer and struggle to they suffer and struggle to survive, and what does not kill him makes him stronger, which is his ideals, which makes sense for a barbarian. His bonds are, I will fight for those who fight by his side. And my favorite is his flaw, which would be very apropos for dwarf barbarians, is violence is my answer to almost any challenge. So I imagine even trying to get into a building, there'll be violence. Even trying to open up a beer can, there will be violence. So,
nice.
So violence will ensue, and it should be very interesting to see what happens.
Violence. Excellent. John, you're going to be playing two characters. Something I normally don't do when we play D&D because it can get kind of confusing. But when you told me what you had in mind, I was like, I'll allow it. So, tell me about your characters.
Okay, my first character is a rogue gnome, a rock gnome. His name is Fredo Gondra Merning Burgle Elnardo Trapspat. Some call him Tim.
Excellent.
But we'll just call him Fredo for now, or Tim if you prefer. And he is a rogue. And my other character is a dragonborn fighter named Brash. That's it, just Brash. And they hang out. They hang out all the time together. I didn't go too far into details in writing down a backstory yet. But basically, they came together at a young age because both of their villages were destroyed by the same enemy. And they were both kind of at a young age, they just kind of found each other in the aftermath, and they just kind of took to each other and started hanging out. So you got the one big strong fighter and the other little guy, and after I kind of put the ideas together and kind of was working with it, it's almost like Rocket and Groot, as how I kind of saw it in my head.
Right.
They're bound by a common goal, and sooner or later they'll figure out who attacked their villages and take vengeance.
There you go.
But yeah, so they're an odd couple.
I like the Monty Python reference. I'm a rogue. People call me Tim.
That's where I was going with that. I've really never played a gnome before, and I was reading about the gnomes and how they like names and so many names. So, if anyone asks him, what his official name is, he could rattle that off and then finish up with, some call me Tim.
Excellent. Now, Chuck, I believe, when he joins us eventually, I believe he is going to be playing some sort of healer type, which is probably good for you guys and probably good for him, because he usually plays a violent type of character. Well, I guess Yargak in the way back was he was a paladin, wasn't he?
Yeah.
Yeah, he was a paladin, but he was like an angry paladin.
He was.
Which is the best kind of paladin, really. But he wasn't spouting, he wasn't spouting off about his god a lot. He was mostly just like, I will destroy all evil everywhere. I am Chuck, the Yargak. Okay, so let's.
I think, right? Does he play like a cleric or something like that?
Yeah, I think he's going to be playing a cleric. He said he might multi-class to paladin later, but he is going to start off as a cleric.
Nice.
Now, we are also going to be playing in the world of Otherion, which is my homebrew world that I've more or less been working on like forever. But I've changed it up a lot once I started playing D&D again recently. I've made some changes. John is already playing 2 campaigns in that world. This is going to be his 3rd. So, John, the player, is going to have to watch his metagaming as far as like character knowledge versus player knowledge, because as a person, he knows a lot of like the deep. He's starting to learn some of the deep secrets of Otherion. So,
I don't know what you're talking about.
There you go.
See, I started off good already.
You guys are currently in the borderlands of Anthoria. It's a not highly populated area, surrounded by enemies. Most of the Anthorian armies, most of their militias are busy like hanging out at the borders, making sure that like bad guys don't cross over and like cause chaos. So there's not a lot of help inland, away from the borders. But things have been changing recently. Things have been getting a little bit better, and people are kind of like happy about that. There's like heroes have returned to the area, and there's adventurers running around. So things are getting a little bit better. It is spring currently in the year 1256 for anyone keeping score at home. And you can check it out on the wiki. Like there's all sorts of, I don't know. There's world information on the wiki, and I'll tell you where to find that later. But anyway, you guys are currently. One other question I wanted to ask you: do you guys want to know each other already, or do you want to like do you want to do the whole like strangers and you eventually meet each other?
I'm down for whatever John's interested in. I'm good with either way.
Yeah, I guess whatever makes it easier for you to just to get going.
All right, I'm going to say that you guys have met before, in the middle of like a skirmish or something, and like you've got some respect for each other, and you all find yourselves in the small, very small farming hamlet of Neely in the Anthorian borderlands. There's not much there. There's a couple of small houses. There's a supply store that mostly sells like provisions and farming supplies. There's like a hall that people use for like meetings. Like that's where all of worship is held. No matter what god you go to, you go there and like you burn some incense. Or if you're lucky enough, like there might be a traveling cleric through town who follows the same religion you do, who might actually like hold an actual worship meeting. That's where they vote on stuff. Like all 10 adults in this farming community go there to vote. There is an inn. The inn is called the Straw Needle, and it's a pretty nice inn. Recently, like I said, things have been getting a little bit better in the area. So a man named Nigelis Hovarth, who used to be a fighter, he was an adventurer, and he recently retired, he decided that with things getting better and more trade coming through, and more people, wandering around the borderlands is not as dangerous as it used to be. He figured Neely would be a great place to build an inn. So in the Straw Needle, he runs it with his wife and daughters. And you guys happen to be there in the inn.
All right.
And that is where we're going to start. You guys are in the Straw Needle, in the tiny little farming hamlet of Neely.
Breakfast, lunch, or dinner?
I'm going to say it's probably lunchtime. And there's not much going on. It's like, he's thinking long term, like down the road. It's like you guys are pretty much the only strangers there. Everybody else is, there's like two other people in there, like older, like, late middle-aged farmer types. And, they're just mostly marveling at the idea that, like, they could buy beer there without having to brew it, like, in their bathtub.
Toilet wine.
Yes.
All right.
All right, so Nigellus, he's like a grizzled, old kind of looking guy. I mean, not old, but like, he's older. And, when you guys come in, yeah, he's like, hey, sit anywhere you want.
All right. Well, we're going to take a look for a table. Fredo and Brash are going to look for a table somewhere in the corner. That's where we like to hang out so we can see what's going on.
You see a dwarf.
Oh, okay, go ahead. I'm sorry.
I was going to say, you see a familiar dwarf sitting at one of the corner tables.
Oh. Fredo looks at him and says, do we know you?
I would hope you do. We've shared many battles together.
Ah, yes, I believe I do remember you. Yeah.
I believe you referred to yourself as Tim?
Some call me Tim, yes.
You guys aren't going to be fighting in here, are you?
No.
No.
All right.
No,
Good.
we're old friends.
No.
Good.
We haven't nearly the time or patience to do that.
Oh.
Any fighting will be done outside.
I'm glad to hear that. He's like, I wouldn't want to have to, like, I wouldn't have to deal justice on you. And he points behind the bar, and he's got, like, a sword, like, hanging up, like, over the bar. He's like, that's justice. That's my sword.
Good
Brash
name
looks
for
at
a
him
good
and his
piece.
sword
Yeah.
and just goes, and sits down.
All right. One of his daughters comes over, and what can I get you guys? You're our first like real customers. Like most of the other people in town so far, they just they come in, they just kind of gawk a little, and then they leave. This will be the first time I'm actually taking a real. Or you are going to order something, aren't you?
Yes, lass. Give me ale and keep it coming.
Oh, okay.
Brash says, ale. And
You, Mr. Smaller person? Smaller than the other small person?
yes, I haven't nearly seen a menu yet. What do you have?
Everything's written up on the board. I mean, we have some chickens out back, and we'll quickly kill one and cook it up for you. I do believe we have some pork products. I mean, my father can pretty much butcher and make anything you need like pretty quickly. Like I said, I mean, we don't have a lot of stock because, like prepared because we don't have a lot of customers. So it may be a little bit before your food's prepared, but it will be delicious. My father's an excellent cook. My mother taught him everything he knows.
How about
Then I'll take 2 chickens.
4 fried chickens and a sassafras soda?
I don't know any of that. I don't know about. I suppose you could fry a chicken. I don't know what a sassafras soda is.
I'm just kidding. Just I'll take an ale as well, and maybe some chicken would be nice for me and my friends here.
Fantastic. And you said you wanted it fried?
I was joking. Just however you prepare it best is fine.
Damien, what were you saying?
Brendan looks at her and goes, lass, I'll take 2 roasted chickens.
Roasted. Good. That's going to be so much easier. But I mean, I'm definitely going to try that fried chicken thing. My mother likes a challenge in the kitchen. So she runs off, and like one of his other daughters like brings out like like a few minutes later she brings out like a tray with like your ales on it, and she puts them down, and she's just like here you go, and she looks away. She's kind of like there's a dragon man and a dwarf and a gnome like sitting at a table together. It's not something she sees ever, so she's a little nervous, but she puts the ale down and she kind of scurries off.
Isn't that how like a joke starts?
Yes. A dragonborn, a dwarf, and a gnome walk into a bar. Bartender looks at the dragonborn and says, "Hey, why the long face?" Okay, as you guys are waiting for your food, this guy comes rushing in, and he's like, Nigelis, Nigelis, what's wrong, Carlo?" He's like, I was bringing in my wagon. I had all these vegetables for the merchant caravan that's coming in tomorrow. You know? Yeah, I know. Get to the point. I was over by the spring. I was letting my horses get some drink, and I was attacked. What do you mean you were attacked? Attacked by what? I don't know. Arrows started coming out of the trees at me, and they got stuck in my wagon, and I hightailed it out of there. I mean, I have the best horses in this area. Otherwise, I probably wouldn't have made it away. But we can't have this. I mean, the caravan's going to be coming in tomorrow. There are bandits or something in the woods. I don't know what to do. Oh, there's nothing you can do. I mean, you kind of suck.
Okay, Brendan's going to stand up. And he's going to look over and say, "Did you get any of these arrows? Do you have any of these arrows? Can I see one?"
Yeah, outside. They're in my wagon still. I didn't want to take them out in case they were voodooed or something.
Could my character take a look at the arrows and see if he recognizes what they belong to? Do you think?
Absolutely.
Okay.
And we'll do our first die roll of the game.
Yes! Okay. All right, you want me to roll in the D20 system?
Yeah, give me a history check.
All right, I have a +2 in history, so let me roll for that. All right. Oops, I think I rolled too many times.
Yeah.
All right, I'll leave it to you, Mondo, to choose which roll I did.
I'll take the last roll, that 13. You said you have +2?
Okay. I got a +2. It's a 15, man.
Okay. They appear to be goblin arrows. Goblin make. Your dwarven blood.
My favor. These arrows are goblin arrows. Has this happened to you often?
Never before. Yeah, there haven't been goblins in this area in, I'd say, probably about a year. About a year ago, we had a small goblin problem. Some traveling adventurers took care of that mess. That was before I built my inn.
Yeah, well, there's not nearly enough security here now.
Oh. You're making fun of the town's name, sir.
I am not.
At least.
I walk over to the dragonborn and I tap the arrow in his chest. Fate has brought us back together again. How about it? How do you feel for the hunt?
I think we should do some good stuff here. Let's take care of it.
All right, well.
I don't like
war. We'll return for it.
All right, well, that'll give my mom time to figure out how to fry that chicken. So that sounds great. He's like, yeah, it's just if you take the north road south, it's probably about 2 miles.
Gotcha.
If as long as you are talking about like the spring that everybody goes to, and he's just like, yeah, where else would I go? He's like, I'm just making sure, you useless bastard.
So we should go.
I'm gonna. My character's going to pretty much think that he could trust these people, so leave his equipment there and just carry his warhammer and his 2 throwing hammers and whatever else he needs to carry with him. He'll leave everything else behind so he can move a little faster.
Sure. Yeah, Nigellus, he gets up and he's like, he grabs his sword and he's like, I'll show you where to go. And his wife comes out of the gate. And she's just like, where the hell do you think you're going? You are old. You can barely move. You've been in way too many fights your whole life. There's no way in hell I am letting you go anywhere. You let these nice, young, strange-looking folk take care of this. Ah, woman, you're probably right, though. All right. She's like, worst-case scenario, we can send word to Wheat's Landing and see if anyone there can send help. I'm just going to let these guys take care of it. We do have the merchant caravan coming through tomorrow. If these guys think they can handle it, I just want you guys to be careful.
Oh, sure. We'll be careful.
Yeah, I wish I was going with you. It's, I like running this inn, but sometimes, the blood wants to get back into the swing of things, if you know what I mean.
I nearly understand that.
Oh, there you go again.
He's silly like that.
Fine, we'll take care of this.
Yeah, at least I don't have a silly town's name like Now Here. that's all over the south.
Well, we might have to make that our next stop.
Okay.
Plenty of puns to have on that one.
Oh boy. Okay, so you guys are heading out?
We're heading out. Brash grabs his great sword, and Fredo is just going to grab his stuff, and let's. Come on, Brundren, let's go.
Okay, so you guys have Roll20 open, everybody?
Yes. I see you just moved my guys.
I did. I'm going to put you guys at the very edge of the map. Unless you want to be in like some sort of different order, like in that area there.
No, that's cool.
Okay. All right, so about like 1.5 miles, 2 miles down the road, going south down the north road. You see the spring that the guy was talking about. Oh no, were we supposed to go? Oh, you know what? No, I'm gonna retcon this a little bit. It was let me scale my map out here. I'm sorry. It was north up the north road. I got to put you guys on the other side of Well, I'll put you here. All right. Bear with us, anyone who happens to be listening. This is the first time actually using Roll20 in a real setting. Okay, let me scale back in. Can you guys see where you are? Can you scroll back to where you're at?
Yep, I see it. So we're heading north up the north road, not south up the north road.
Right, you're heading north up the north road.
Okay, that was a little confusing before, but I'll change my notes. Gotcha.
So as you guys are heading north up the road, you do see the spring. This little pool that like the guy was talking about, and it looks very nice. It looks refreshing and stuff. You don't see any sign of trouble at the moment, but this is about where he said that he was having his difficulties.
Okay. Over to the right, there's some tree lines.
Yes, I'm gonna turn you guys around too. Well, the Dragonborn, he's doesn't matter which way he's facing.
All right. Fredo is going to try to jump into these little bushes here and try to be a little stealthy and see what he could see, like in the bushes and in the trees.
Okay, so.
Can I go ahead and move my guy?
Yeah.
Okay. Because if any arrows were coming from anywhere that no one could see, it would be there. So he's going to try to be very small and sneaky and try to work his way into the tree line without being noticed.
Okay. Give me a stealth roll.
21.
21. Okay, you think you're pretty stealthy.
Okay. All right. So how far can I move into the tree line? Like to take a peep around and see what I could see.
You can. You can go into like any of the outer edges of the trees. I'm basically saying that the center of any like area is like going to be too thick to easily stealth. I mean, you could do it, but you'd lose half your movement, and you might get a what do you call it? A disadvantage for difficult terrain.
Okay.
On your stealth.
Okay. So where I'm at now is that all right, or just pretty much right at the edge of the tree line? You're saying?
No, yeah, you could go in one. You can go in one to any of these like.
Okay.
Yeah, you can go in there. Oh, did we lose Damien for a minute?
I think we might have. I saw his picture went away, and it looks like he's trying to come back in now.
Yeah, I think he is back in, sort of.
All right. Well, in the meantime, I guess I am. I'm gonna move Brash kind of up.
Damien's back.
There we go. And Brash is just gonna move up a little bit, see what he can see from in between these two tree lines here.
Sure.
Guys, can you hear me?
Yes.
Yep.
All right, sorry about that. My program kind of went crazy. I lost you there. Okay, so I'm sorry. Can you guys give me the tall and short of it? What's going on? I missed like all of it.
Fredo is kind of hiding in the brush there, and Brash is he just moved up to that little opening there, like up on the road, to see a little further in. And yeah, you can see down a little bit. I mean, you see there seems to be some sort of little path, and there's like there's a tree there, and that's pretty much all you can see.
All right. I'm just waiting for the roll 20 to open up so I can see.
Wait a second. I cannot. Why can't I? Oh, because I didn't have the right thing selected because I was just my Fog of War. Fog of War.
Raw.
Okay.
Where are we? Oh, okay, good. Okay.
So what do you have? What would Brundon like to do? Fredo's in the trees, and Brash just brashly walked up and looked down that little thing that seems to be a path.
I'm gonna do the same. I'm gonna keep walking down the path.
Okay.
Rather arrogantly and foolishly brave.
All right. If you want to go ahead and move yourself a bit.
Yep, you got it. I'll move right to about there.
Okay. Okay, when Brundon gets to about there, you suddenly hear a thing. Well, actually, what are your passive perceptions?
Mine is 10.
10?
Yeah.
I'm going to change your move speed to your passive perception. This way I won't have to ask everybody. What is, John, what is Brash's passive perception?
Damn it, that's something I forgot to Roll in.
It's just 10 plus whatever your wisdom ability check would be.
It's
Minus whatever your ability check is if he's not wise.
Well, then it's 10.
Okay, 10. And Fredo?
Would be 12.
Okay. Okay, so you hear a twang, and an arrow comes flying out of the bushes, absolutely missing Brundon. Is it Brundon or Brundren? Brundon.
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 Yeah, arrow completely misses him. And you guys hear goblins just like, yeah! And it seems like goblins are about to attack you. Everybody, roll me an initiative check.
All right. And Mondo?
Yes.
I'm sorry. Fredo's perception would be 14. It was part of my proficiency.
Okay.
So
no worries.
That would be 14.
Okay.
I rolled a 9.
Oh. Brash has a natural 20,
Nice.
and Fredo has a 12. Which would be a 15. I'm sorry, I'm getting used to everything again. I've never played 2 characters before. I'm sorry.
No worries. That's why I don't normally allow it, but I mean, I like the idea that you had, so I'll allow it.
Okay. Okay. So 24 for Brash and 15 for Fredo.
Okay. All right, so you guys see a couple of goblins. Can you see them now?
I see one. Oh wait, I see 2.
Yeah, this is the guy. This is the guy that shot at Brendan. This guy here. You see him moving around? Moving around. Okay, he's there. You can barely. Well, I can lift the fog of war and reveal a little more of him there. So you see these 2 goblins here, and they look like they're about to start like firing more arrows at you.
All right.
But you guys, Brash has got initiative. Brash is you're up first.
All right. Brash is going to move. He's going to charge right in here.
Okay.
Move, damn you. Move, damn you.
Oh, you gotta click on the. There you go.
Okay, there we go. I think that was right.
And Damien, you had to go before I finished showing John some of the other features. Do you see that little thing that looks like a comb on the menu?
Yeah, it's actually a ruler, isn't it?
Yes. When I first opened up like Roll20 for the first, I'm sorry to take away from combat here. When I first opened it up for the first time, I was just like, why do we need a comb? But then I realized it was a ruler. That's pretty awesome. Okay, so you are there.
Okay.
Comb the desert for the families, obviously.
There you go.
I am there, and I am going to squash this freaking goblin that just fired at my dwarven friend with my great sword.
Your okay sword.
No, it's pretty great.
Okay.
I mean, it's a better than average, I
Sure.
guess. Okay, 22.
That hits.
All right, and then I got a 8 and 12 points damage.
Okay. What does it look like when this goblin dies?
He's just flabbergasted that he just got charged by a freaking dragon, and he's just like, ah, drops his bow, and it's just too late, and Brash just comes down with his great sword right through his shoulder, halfway in through like his chest cavity, and he just falls down.
All right, Fredo. What is Fredo doing?
Can Fredo see the other goblin that hasn't from his tree line where he's hidden at?
Yeah, because the guy is like, he's moving to attack, so yeah, you can definitely see him.
Okay, then
Fredo
Fredo
can also see. Fredo can also see. I'm sorry, Fredo can also see. As in the commotion, Fredo can see that guy from where he is.
Okay. Well, Fredo's going to go ahead and kind of from undercover use his short bow to shoot the guy further north. He'll worry about that other guy in a second. And he's going to use his short bow. And that's not nearly as good as the last one. That would be a 16.
16, that does... That may hit him. I'm pretty sure it does. But you got a little bit of a what do you call it? Kerfuffle, shooting through the trees and past your Dragonborn buddy, but you do hit him.
Excellent. And that would be 6 points of damage. And then he is going to try to duck back into cover.
The goblin's like, "Ow!" So are you trying to hide again?
Yes.
Give me another stealth check.
That's 13.
Okay. He's like, "Ow!" It is now Grundon's turn.
All right. Music to my ears as the dwarf charges into battle. I'm going to. Can I do a move and throw? Can I do? I've got the throwing hammers that can reach 60 feet. Can I do a move and throw?
Absolutely.
All right. So I'm gonna. Whereabouts, Mondo, can I go to like see the? Because the goblin's not in my line of sight, right? Or is he?
You can see him through the bushes. He's not like in your direct. Like you don't have a directly clear path. But I mean, yeah, I mean you can. Oh, I didn't mean to move you. But yeah, I mean you can see him through the tree a little bit. I mean it's not too tree and bushy. You can see him.
All right. Would it hinder my attack?
No, on the outskirt there it would not.
Okay. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to. All right. I'm going to turn him. Hold on a second, I'm trying to move my... Okay, never mind. All right, I'm going to move up about 15 feet.
Okay.
How do I do this? Wait.
You got to click on the arrow again for the select and move.
Oh, okay. All right, I'm going to move him here, turn him towards the battle. Facing him. Okay. All right. I'm going to throw my throwing hammer at him. Now I'm proficient in the throwing hammer. My dexterity is at a 2. Do I add my proficiency to that if I'm throwing it?
Yes. Yes.
Okay,
you're proficient with the throwing hammer, right?
All right. So I'm throwing it at a +4. All right. 15.
That hits him.
Sweet. Okay. That is dealing. Let's see here. It's 1d4 bludgeoning damage. Let me roll that real fast. All right, 3 damage.
Any damage bonuses to that?
No, I'm just proficient in it, but that's about it. Just 1d4 bludgeon.
I think you should get your strength bonus, I think, for throwing like a bludgeoning.
Okay, then the bonus would be, I guess, +4, right? Wouldn't that be my...
Yeah, you got +4 to your strength attack, to your strength damage, strength modifier?
Yep.
What does it look like when this goblin bites the dust?
What it looks like is the goblin turns to see me throwing the hammer at him. He kind of reels back and snarls and kind of screams out at me as the hammer makes contact with his face, and his head just literally bursts like a blue.
My head, I'm not supposed to get hammers in it.
I'm allergic to hammers.
Okay, it is now the goblin's turn. Okay. Oh, and you can finish your move if you'd like. That's one of the things I like about 5e is like you can do your move, attack, and then finish your move. So if you wanted to move up another 10, in any direction, you could do that.
Okay. I'm going to move up next to the Dragonborn.
Okay. All right. So like I said, the goblins are going now. This guy comes running out from behind the tree with his scimitar, and he looks a little angry. And
agitated.
One of the goblins over here, he fires an arrow at the Dragonborn.
No.
And using Roll20, I don't even need to ask what your armor class is because I just click on the thing and there it is. And he misses you. I need my dice out of the car, I think, maybe. My good DM dice. But I'm not going to go out and get them now. All right, so he misses you.
All right.
Now, another arrow comes whizzing from the north at Brundon. From the north east.
Bring it.
And it hits.
Oh, feels good.
It does 5 points of damage. And let me open up some more of the Fog of War here. You guys can see a bit more of the.
Mondo, I forget, is the red armor class, the green is our hit points?
Oh, I got it. There we go. Green is the hit points, yes, and red is the armor class. So you can see this guy standing up on this like wall of like this ruined house. You can also see further than that. You guys can see all this now. See a little more of the area. Okay, so that's what happens with that guy. And another goblin comes charging out from behind this wall. And he's also got a bow. Oh, and he's also firing at Brundon. And he absolutely misses. He hits the tree.
Brundon looks up and goes, "Why, you little?" and then chases after him.
Okay. Let me make sure I have no more gobos that need to go. Okay, and joining the goblins, also from behind that area, this bugbear comes out. Come here, bugbear. Can you see the bugbear? Can you see the bugaboo?
One of these things is not like the other one?
This bugaboo comes out. Comes over there, and he's got his Morning Star, and he's also got a javelin. And he chucks a javelin at Brash.
Oh.
And he's just like, "Ah, you killed my boys! My boys!" And he is going to hit Brash with the javelin.
Oh. He's gonna die.
You take 5 points of damage.
Dude.
And we are back at the top of the order, and it is Brash's turn.
Hey, John, I think Brash should pull the javelin out of his body and throw it back at him. You drop this.
You crapper. Let's see. And this black thing is the bugbear, right?
Yes.
All right.
Don't be racist.
Well, I can only see the top of them, so I don't know for sure. All right, so I'm going to charge into there. And then now that I figured out how to use this die roller, I'm going to start rolling so you guys can see what I'm rolling here. And I am going to bash him with my great sword. And that's a 19 plus 6, so that's 25.
That hits him.
He is a monster. Wow.
All right. Okay, I got to roll 2 of those. Oh crap! So that's 3. That's 7 because it's a 2d6. So that'll be 7. Is that right? Rolling 1d6 2, 1d6 1. Okay, so that's 3 plus 4 is 7.
Yup.
All right.
Ow! Dragon face. I hate you. Okay, what is Fredo doing?
From where Fredo is, can he see what's going on? Does he have a clear shot at anyone? Or is there too much brush?
No, he's got too much in the way. He's got too much in the way for the bugaboo. And he can see these other 2 goblins to the south there.
Mm-hmm.
But I mean, like, there's no way he could try to hit them, but he'd be like at a serious disadvantage because he'd basically be shooting through like some pretty thick brush.
What about can he see and aim at the guy on top of the wall that fired at Brundon?
I don't know. Can he? He can. Yeah.
Okay, he's going to shoot at him.
Okay.
Because he ain't worried about his boy. And okay, so now we're gonna boom. All right, so that's a that's a crapper. Okay, that's 12.
It misses him.
Okay, and he would like to rehide.
Okay.
And that would be plus 5 on that, so that's a 22.
Okay. Okay, so he has rehidden himself with any luck.
Okay.
Okay. Brundon.
Yes. Can I move the charge? Yeah, I could do it. I had 25 feet, right?
Yep.
So okay, so I'm gonna move there to make an attack on the bugbear next to my large, rather quiet friend with the warhammer. So my warhammer, I'm swinging, proficient in it. So I have +4 strength to the attack.
All right. So with like a total +6.
+6. Okay.
Yeah, because your proficiency is 2, and your strength bonus is +4.
Well, I mean, I got the proficiency in the strength as well, too.
Right. So I mean, what's your strength modifier?
My strength modifier is a 4.
Yeah, so it's +6 altogether. Right.
Cool.
So it's stacking.
Oh wait, so without the proficiency, your strength modifier is 4, right? Like, what's your strength?
No, my strength modifier would be a 2 without the proficiency.
Oh, okay, gotcha. All right, so no, yeah, so that would be 4 then. Gotcha.
Okay. All right. So rolling. Oh, are you kidding me? All right. Okay, that didn't go as well as I expected to do.
So you got a 7.
I got a 7.
Ah, you short bastard! You missed me.
Come here. Let me have another chance.
Kill these guys, boys.
I'm for kneecaps.
Okay. So the goblins are this guy who is up on top of that wall there. He's going to he moves a bit. He runs a bit down the wall over to here, and he's shooting an arrow at Brundon, and he hits for 3 points of damage.
Sweet. Excellent. Exactly what I needed.
This guy finishes rushing up at Brash, and he's attacking with his scimitar. He drops his bow in the grass, and he misses.
Ha!
But wait, there's more. This guy also drops his bow and comes running at you with his scimitar. And he's going to hit you.
No!
Yes. For 5 points of damage.
Get out of here. Dude. Ouch.
And this guy, the other goblin, is running up over here, and he's making another perception check, and he kind of sees Fredo, and he's shooting at him. Pull up Fredo's armor class there. Where's Fredo? He hides so well on that tree. He hits Fredo for 3 points of damage.
Dude, I was hiding.
He saw you. He's like, I see you.
You bastard.
I see you, gnome. And now the bugaboo. The bugbear is swinging his morning star at Brundon, and he misses.
Oh, thank God.
I missed.
What's the matter? Are we still complaining about how small I am?
Ah! And that's going to bring us back to the top of the order again for Brash.
All right. Wow. Now I can't move through these guys to try to get advantage, right?
No, you cannot move through their space.
Right. Okay. all right. Well, then I am just I'm gonna stay on the bugbear, and I'm gonna swing my greatsword, and that's a 10.
I feel you, brother. I feel you.
That misses the bugbear.
All right. Well, I am going to take this opportunity to take a my bonus action, a second wind.
Okay.
And I am going to try to regain some hit points. I could do that, right? That's how you do that?
That's how you do that.
All right. And that... All right. Now, when I do that second wind to regain hit points, so I rolled a 2.
Right.
Do I still get my Constitution modifier?
I believe that you do.
All right. So that would bring me up 4 hit points then, because I have a +2 in my Constitution.
You guys have, like, other characters ready to play once these guys die, right?
Yeah, I'm thinking about it, you dirty bastard. Yeah. All right, so that brings him up to 6.
Brandon's my brother. Ronan.
There you go.
Damn it. All right. And that's that. I think that completes my move for him.
Okay.
And then
That brings us to Fredo.
Fredo is just going to go ahead and if he's... No. Come back here. Here we go. And he's just going to go ahead and face this guy one-on-one. He's going to drop his bow and just going to come up on him with his scimitar, or his rapier.
Okay.
And he's just going to stab that dude. Jesus. I like my dice better. This sucks.
Mondo,
All right.
Declaring shenanigans on your.
That's a 6.
Wait, what did you say, David?
Shenanigans.
Huh?
I'm calling shenanigans.
Shenanigans. Oh. Okay, Brendan.
All right. I'm gonna take my. I'm gonna do 2 actions. The
Okay.
bonus action. Can I do the second one first, or it has to be the second action?
No, you can take your bonus action at any point in your turn.
All right. Let me go for the extra life. Oh, thank God. Hallelujah. All right. So I go back up 11 hit points. Let's see here. Come on, pop up. There we go.
So you're back up to full.
Wow. It's the plus 11 this time instead of the minus this time. Sweet. Oh, actually, no, wait. I'm at 14 again, right?
Right.
Back up to 14. Oh, okay. All right. So I'm back up to 14. Okay. I'm going to rage. I'm going to use my rage ability for barbarians.
Okay.
All right. So what it does is I have an advantage on a strength check and a strength saving throw. Whenever I make a melee weapon attack using strength, I gain a bonus to the damage roll. It increases as you gain levels as a barbarian.
All right.
Also resistance to piercing and slashing damage.
All right.
So, and it lasts for about a minute.
That's like 10 turns. That's plenty of time.
Okay, so I'm gonna D&D. A 3-hour walk takes 2 minutes, and a 2-minute battle takes 3 hours.
Yep.
Okay, so I'm gonna make an attack on him. Now it says I have the advantage on strength checks and strength saving throws. That's not a melee weapon attack, right?
Right.
Okay, so I'm just gonna do a straight up melee weapon attack. I get the +2 though, which is what my rage bonus is.
Right.
So, all right, so +4 on the D20 roll. Nice.
Yeah, it hits him.
20. All right, 20. Warhammer. My Warhammer is a 1d8 bludgeoning damage. So that's a 5. I get the two damage bonus, which is 7, and then my strength bonus, which is 4. So 7 and 4 is 12. No, 11.
Oh, I shouldn't have made fun of your size. But I probably will continue to do
in your favor.
Okay. All right, that's now the goblins are going again. The dude on the wall, I totally scrolled too far. The dude on the wall is shooting another arrow at Brundon, and he misses. These two guys are. Oh wait, and there's something for goblins if they happen to be like next to each other. Let me check on that real quick. I think they get to kill you better, John.
No.
No, they don't. I'm thinking of somebody else.
Okay.
Oh,
good.
I'm thinking of kobolds.
Oh.
Okay. Let me minimize this. All right, they're both attacking you. They're like, "Die, Dragon Man!" And they both miss you.
Yeah.
Might not have happened if they were kobolds. This guy here is attacking Fredo. I'm a little taller than you. And what's Fredo's armor class again? There we go. And he misses Fredo.
Yes.
Which brings us back to the bugaboo. I can't believe I'm going toe-to-toe with a dwarf. You smell like you smell like mountains and ale. And he hits with that morning star of his. And he's gonna do X amount of damage, whatever X happens to be. Oh my goodness. Morning stars do a lot of damage, don't they? Oh, not this one. 5 points. If you were a human, I could have hit you better. Or if you were just taller. Oh, did we lose Damien again?
Uh-oh.
Okay, we'll wait for him to come back and tell me he took 5 points of damage.
Okay.
You know what sucks? The only thing that sucks right now about the Roll20 through the Google Hangouts and streaming it through the YouTube is that the people who are watching us on YouTube are not seeing the Roll20.
Oh.
They just see us talking. But that's okay, like, because this way, like, if people wanted to watch us and like actually like interact with us, they could.
Right.
We'll have to test it out with someone later. We'll have to see if because there's a link that says "Be part of the conversation" on the YouTube. Click here to join the audience for this hangout on air, and it might bring them into the chat in the Google Hangouts where they could actually interact with us, and maybe if they were watching the maybe if they were watching through the, I'm going to click on it. I don't know if that's a good idea for me to do both, but I'm going to do it and see what happens. So now I am now watching myself.
Oh.
Sort of, and I'm going to see, can I? I don't see where I could chat, but I'll have to check it out. And I can ask Joe too, because this is what Joe does when we do our regular podcast. So I'll see what Joe says about that.
On the message board, right? That we got here where we're seeing our dice rolls. If they joined us on the link you sent Damien and me, like, because I sent the link to Isabel and she was playing it on her phone when I ran up for coffee.
Right.
So can she see the messages that I write too? Like the messages, or no, not really? Because I actually wrote a message because they snuck me down. Well, they didn't sneak me down. Jesse allowed them to bring me a breakfast plate because I'm not allowed to do this at the breakfast table.
If she's watching on YouTube, then no.
I see.
No, all she's going to see are our faces and stuff.
Gotcha. Yeah, because I thanked them for the breakfast plate.
I saw that. That was very nice of you.
Yeah. They snuck it down. Well, they didn't sneak it. Isabel tried to sneak me a plate, and then Jesse came down and she said, no. And she got back over there. And then they bought me a plate after.
Let me message Damien.
See what's going on.
And see, yeah, just see if everything's okay. Bing. Now, why did I hear that bing? Can maybe he can see us or hear us? No. No,
well,
his picture hurt him.
The box with his picture on it disappeared, so I'm assuming he.
Oh, I did it in our group thing on the Facebook, so that was probably you that dinged.
Yeah, that was my phone that dinged.
Okay, that was your phone. All right.
Sent that through. I'm sorry.
No, that's cool. That's cool, bro.
Yeah, I got all my stuff down here.
You make sure there's no more goblins.
We'll just make them go away right now because I'm hurting.
Yes, you are.
I don't like this die roller thing either, but that's all right.
This way I know you're not cheating.
Right.
And this way you don't know if I am.
Right.
I like this Roll20. Roll20 is pretty cool.
Yeah, it's neat. I'm digging it. Oh.
Was that Damien? Okay, he's back.
I am back.
All right, so he should be rejoining us in a second. How much damage did I say he took? 5? 5. See, and when I set this up later for the podcast, I can cut this part out. Us just like chatting away about,
right,
stuff, which is cool.
Oh, Damien said call him.
Oh, needs me to invite him back in?
I guess.
Okay. Oh no, wait. I think I got him. It just said he's doing the video call.
All right.
Yay!
The rumors of my death are greatly exaggerated.
Okay, you took 5 points of damage. I don't know if you heard that before you dropped out. Yep, from his Morning Star. And he said something about, like, I would have done more damage if you were taller. He said something along those lines.
All right, I think I know where to stick that Warhammer now.
Okay, and that brings us back to the top of the order to Brash. Brash Candy.
All right. Now that morning, so we got to take this dude with the Morning Star down. So I'm gonna keep hammering at the Owlbear. And
no Owlbear.
Bugbear. I meant Bugbear.
Bugaboo.
Bugbear. 17.
That hits him.
And yeah, these are getting a little better. That's 11 points.
So tell me, what does it look like when the Bugaboo dies?
Oh, he just sliced right through his belly, and his little Bugbear guts just come bugging out of his tummy, and he falls down. Stupid Morning Star falls on his head as he hits the ground.
Okay. All right. He's on the, that happens, and then he just looks up at Brendan. He's like, actually, I never really had much of a problem with dwarves, and then he dies.
Brother.
Okay. Unless he is going to move or has any other bonus actions he's going to do, it's going to be Fredo's turn.
Okay. No, he's just he's standing there. Okay. Fredo is going to use his rapier again against the guy he's up against, and that would be a 13.
It misses.
Yarg.
It hits his leathery armor, and he's just like,
Piece of shit.
I'm making goblin noises.
Mondo, you said I lost -5?
Yes.
Okay.
So you should be at 9, I think.
Yep, I got it.
Okay. All right. If Fredo is done, it will be Brundon's turn.
Fredo is done.
All right, Brundon's going to take a swing at the goblin in front of Brash.
Okay.
All right. I'm still in rage. Or did my rage drop?
No, you're still in rage.
I'm still in rage? Okay. So, enraged, I shall swing at this dude. Whoa! Natural 20.
Nice. That's
Bring
a
it out
crit
to the
in my
crowd.
book.
The tides
Nice.
are turning.
Wow. Okay. All right. Swinging D8 damage. 2, but I do have the 2 from the rage. That's 4. And then my 4 from strength is an 8. But you said I critted it, though. So the crit is going to be what?
So it's going to be 2d8 plus your bonuses. So that 2, and then roll another d8, and then add your bonuses.
All right. So 10.
Ha
Oh, man. Oh, this is nice. This is delightful. Okay. So this is rather delightful. All right. So we got 10, 14, and then another 2, 16. That's 16 damage.
What does it look like when you drop this guy to half his bloodied value? Like he's done.
He makes a squeak kind of like a dog, whining as the Warhammer comes down crashing over him, leaving a puddle of reddish pudding with 4 limbs standing around it. Again, the constellations are not in your favor.
Okay. One of the goblins, the one up top, he's just like, brothers, flee! But they can disengage and as a bonus action, so they're going to try and get in a last lick before they try to run away. So the one on the wall with the bow shoots at Brundon and misses.
Why, you little?
and he drops over the wall. and you don't see him. This guy's like, fleeing's a good idea. The one facing Brash, and he rolls a math.
He rolls a math.
He rolls some math.
Oh, these are smart goblins here, man.
He hits Brash, and Brash takes 4 points of damage.
Dude, I just got those 4 points back.
I took your 4 points from you. And he's going to turn tail and start running.
He literally ran on the screen. That was pretty fast. He just pulled it out of there. It's like the Flash.
And
I actually had to scroll down to find him.
This last guy that's facing Fredo misses, and he disengages, and he is running away as well. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. They're like, run! And that's going to bring us back to the top of the order because the bugbear is dead. For his turn, he just like spurts some more blood or something.
John, we got to try to catch one of these guys. What do you think?
Yeah. Oh yeah. All right. Brash is heading back over there.
Yeah, there we go.
And
wings of a bat.
He is going to use his greatsword, and that would be a 15.
I believe that hits him. I'm double checking.
Are you
No,
going to like maim him, or are you going to kill him?
Okay, no, I'm not gonna. I'm going to not try to kill him.
Okay.
After you rolled a 15.
Okay,
you
so
strike me down. One more point. Wait.
So I did hit?
You did hit him.
Okay, that would be 8 points.
Come here, you. Oh, I gotta click the other thing there. All right. I'm still gonna run away.
Ah, little bastard.
Perhaps.
All
Okay.
right, that's his move.
What's Fredo doing?
Well, I got Fredo still, right?
Yep.
Fredo's next? All right, Fredo is going to go ahead and hack at that guy.
Okay.
And once again, not trying to kill him. If he hits, 14.
That misses.
Arrgh.
You can't hit me now. I'm running away. Quickly. Brendan. What is Brendan doing?
Oh, I'm sorry.
No worries.
Okay, Brendan's going to. I have one more throwing hammer.
Okay.
So I'm going to make a move around the wall quickly,
All right.
if I can, and I want to take a swing at him to try to knock him out or knock him down.
Okay.
All right. So +4. Am I still raging or no? Not anymore.
No, you're still raging.
I'm still raging? Sweet, okay. All right. So dexterity is a +2. Proficient in throwing hammer, so +4. I'm going to chuck the hammer. Hammer. Did I roll? Okay, I rolled an 8. All right. 8 and 4, 12.
12 to hit?
12 to hit, not counting
misses.
any other modifiers.
Yeah, no, that misses.
What?
It misses.
Shoot. All right.
Do you want to continue to move at all, or because you can complete your move if you'd like?
Yeah, I want to try to run up to him. I want to try to catch him.
Okay.
All right, so I'll move the rest of my movement up to here. Is that okay? Is that good?
Yep, that's fine. Okay, it is now the goblin's turn. Okay, this guy who is all up, who's running away from Fredo, continues to run away from Fredo, and he is going to he's gonna dash.
Oh.
So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. He's like, hey! He's like just hauling his Tookus out of there. This guy that Brash hit. He pulls out a gun. No. He's like, don't hurt me anymore, and he just like drops and like he drops his sword and his scimitar. He just drops. He's like, please don't hurt me anymore, please. And this other guy is 2, 3. He continues running away from Brundon and is gonna hop over that wall, and he's gonna just keep running, and he can get about there. And that is the end of the Gobbo's turn. So we're back up to Brash.
All right. So this guy just stopped in front of Brash, and he just surrendered and dropped to the ground, right?
Yeah, and he's like, "Don't hurt me anymore. I'm sorry. I'm a goblin. That's what I do."
Can Brash see this guy running down the road away from Fredo?
I will see if give me a perception check, because I mean you would be able to see him, but it's like a matter of whether or not you're seeing him out of the corner of your eye or peripheral vision, because like you kind of focus on this guy. So give me a perception check.
Okay. That one was much better, but I did roll my actual die first, which was just a 5, because I forgot to roll the. So I'll just stick with my 5.
Okay. You know you don't notice him. You don't notice him hauling ass.
Okay. All right. Well then I'm just. Brash just uses his move to just I guess disarm and secure said goblin.
Okay.
And Fredo, I dropped my bow. For future reference, do I have to drop my bow when I pick my sword up? Can I sheath my bow quickly, or?
I mean, I suppose you could throw it over your arm or something.
Yeah. Okay. Because now that I don't have my bow, I'm never gonna catch this guy being a gnome.
Well, I mean,
is your sword one-handed?
Yeah, it's a rapier, yeah.
Yeah, so you could actually hold on to the bow in one hand and the rapier in the other hand.
Sure.
Oh, okay. Well, I already said I dropped it, so I just won't do that again. But, okay.
Did you drop it in that tree?
Yeah.
You know what? I mean, that's like, what is it? That's 2 squares?
Uh-huh.
I mean, you'd be able to, you could drop your sword. Right there, like by the road, you'd be
just
able
to everything.
You'd be able to dive it back into that area, grab your bow, and you could make it back out. Picking up a weapon on the move is like a free action, like picking one up off the ground. So I mean, you can make it back out to the road and shoot at them.
All right, so I'll do that. I'll do that. I'll get my guy into there, pick up my bow, and then stand right there.
Okay.
Woo-boo!
Hell
Short bow. Oh, come on!
I was like, hey, goblin, catch!
That's a 10.
Okay, that misses.
I think that little bastard's getting away.
Okay, Brundon.
Sorry, mine too.
Brendan, are you just gonna let him run?
Yeah, I'm gonna let him run. What I'm gonna do is I would like to pick up my thrown hammer,
Okay.
and then it looks like is this over here? Hold on a second. The thing off to my right, there looks like a 10 fly or something. Can I go investigate that, or is that really not there?
This tent here that I'm shaking around.
I can't see you shaking it around. I could try to highlight it. Let me switch back to select mode. This one here, can you see me highlighting?
No.
Okay.
Oh, yes. There we go. Yep, that's really there.
It's really there. Can I go investigate that after I pick up the hammer?
Absolutely.
All right. So I'm going to pick up my hammer, come over to the 10 fly, and investigate.
There's just like a bedroll and like half of like a like some sort of large rodenty looking thing, like half eaten, like half roasted and half eaten.
So this is like a goblin's camp, right?
Yeah, it looks like that's probably where the bugbear was sleeping. It looks like a pretty big bedroll.
So other than the bedroll, there's nothing really there of any value.
No.
All right, cool. All right, I'm gonna set it on fire. No, I'm kidding.
My mother left me that tent. That's the last thing he says before he dies.
Oh, dwarf adds insult to injury. All right, I'm good. That's my move. I'm pretty much done. I'm gonna let the guy run.
Okay.
Don't split up the party.
You hear him like he's like yelling as he's running. He's like, "Eee!" and he's gone.
I'll get you, Gadget.
Is Fredo letting his guy run?
Yeah, well,
like,
it's their turn anyway, right? So he's probably just going to keep running, and I don't think there's any way I could catch him by now.
Yeah, probably not.
Ran him right off the map.
So those goblins run. The goblin that like Brash is like kneeling on or whatever, he's just like watching like the other one running. He's just like, no.
Today's not a good day to die.
Stay away from my wife.
All right. I'm going to move Brash, and I'm going to drag our goblin buddy over toward Brundren near the camp so I could start interrogating and questioning.
Okay, well, there were these other couple of tents down here by the ruins, too. But, yeah, I mean, you can drag them over there.
Oh, these things here? Wait, hold on a second.
Yeah.
Those things here?
Those two things down there, those are like those are like smaller tents. Smaller, crappier tents.
Oh, that thing right there?
Oh, and well, I mean, you really can't see that yet. I should have left that hidden by the.
Oh, okay. Sorry.
That's all right.
That's okay.
Where are these other tents then? I'm not seeing the other tents.
They're right down here. They're right where you drop the goblin. They're right ahead of him. They're two big green blotches. I'm kind of highlighting them right now. There you go.
Those? Oh, I see.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought those were rocks.
No, those are like smaller, crappier tents.
I see.
Then those are really good goblin tents if we thought they were rocks.
Yeah.
Nicely done.
Camouflage, baby. All right, but so that goblin's over here, and he's just like, please, just don't kill me.
All right. I guess in the meantime, then, while Brash is bringing that guy, Fredo is going to go and investigate these other tents that I thought were rocks.
Okay.
While Fredo does that, I'm going to carefully remove the goblin's boots as Brash holds him down and take out my little hammer and prepare to knock off some toes.
Oh no! My mom will yell at me if I lose those. Okay, there's nothing in the other two tents aside from there's some bedrolls. It looks like they were all kind of jumbled up in there and stuff. That's pretty much all that's in there. More bedrolls, more weird looking food stuff. Like squirrels and stuff. Squirrel on a stick.
Squirrels on a stick. There you go.
And they were roasting. Can you guys see when I ping
That's
something?
David, squirrels on a stick.
Can you guys see when I ping something? Like if I'm pinging this fire here, like just south of the Bugbear's tent.
Where are you? Oh, by the Bugbear's tent?
South of the Bugbear's tent and to the right of the Goblin tent, there's like that little fire there. There's a little fire going.
I can't see you pinging it.
Okay.
But are we talking about that one?
Yep, that's my fire. I see you pinging it. Yeah, so I mean, there is a little bit of a like a small fire going.
Okay. Well,
all right.
Of course,
I'm just saying that's where they're roasting their squirrels. Is all I'm trying to say.
Yeah, Fredo's gonna go check that out.
Okay. You also notice this chest when you go in there. You see like they got like a chest kind of hidden behind some rocks and stuff, but they didn't hide it too well. Yep, that's it.
Oh, hey, check that out.
They're goblins. You gotta forgive them.
All right. So Frodo notices, but he's going to just look around, everywhere else first before he goes take his concentration off and investigate the chest.
Okay, yeah. Give me an investigation check for the area there.
Oh, let me get my die roller again, and boom. And I got a +5 on that, so that would be 12.
Okay, so yeah, you don't notice anything. Without that +5 though, I mean, I was gonna have them be like, oh, fire, bad, but but no, you don't notice anything other than the chest. I mean, there's like bones and stuff about like whatever like they were eating, small animals and stuff. Quiet, buddy.
Right. Okay. Well, I'm gonna go check out the chest.
Okay. It's closed. It doesn't seem to be locked.
Okay. I'm going to check for traps.
Okay. Give me another investigation roll.
Oh shit. And what is that? That's investigation or
investigation? Yep.
Investigate. Okay. Well, that's a 7.
You seem pretty confident that there are no traps. You're like, there's no traps on this chest.
Okay. All right. I checked the lock.
It explodes. No. There's no lock. It's just closed.
Surprise! Happy birthday to you.
There's no lock on it. It's just closed. It's just a closed chest.
Okay. All right. I open it up.
Okay. Inside the chest, there's like there's probably about like 300 copper, maybe like 50 silver, and there's like a leather belt with a fancy buckle. The belt seems kind of rotted mostly. I mean, it looks like it would have been a really nice belt once upon a time, but the buckle looks like it might be worth something. And there's like a sack. It's kind of wet.
A wet sack, huh?
A wet sack.
That does not bode well.
Yeah. Okay.
Go ahead, John, open it.
All right. That's right.
It's totally fine.
I think I'm a little vain, my little guy. So maybe he'll let Brash open it.
No, get the straw and the stick and poke it.
Yeah. Pook, pook, pook. All right. Okay. Cool. I go to the other guys and I let them know, hey, I found something over here. So I'll just leave that there for now. I'll head back over here and.
Okay.
Okay.
All right. So what are you guys doing with this goblin? He's just like, he's crying. He's like, please, not my feet. I love my feet. Don't tickle them or break them.
Brash says, how many of them are you? How many of you are left?
Just me. The other guys ran away.
There's no one else in your party?
No. What did the dwarf say?
The dwarf said, where did you come from?
Well, my story is just like other goblins. I was raised in a goblin camp, and I went to goblin school. No. He's like, oh.
He lifts the hammer and brings it close to his toes.
He's like, oh, we're from Clan Ribbreaker. Over in Jotun, we came with a much larger group, but we kind of got separated because the bugbear, whose name I don't recall, but I may have written it down somewhere. His name was Bugaboo.
I agree. Hammer close to his toes again.
He made us leave with him, and he said we would do much better without the rest of the group. Last time I saw them, they were probably somewhere near Now Here. Or Nowhere. I'm not sure how it's pronounced.
Do any of our characters can tell if he's being honest about that, or because I don't think my character could do that. My character's not that smart.
Well, you can roll an insight check.
All right. Well, my insight's 0. It's a straight up D20 roll.
Right.
Okay. All right. Let me try it. Let me see what happens. What's the worst that could happen, as my friend usually says? All right, 16.
You feel like he's being pretty honest about that. He seems like he's really, really terrified of like having something done to his feet, and he's like pretty honest. He seems like he's not gonna. He doesn't want to get his feet. He doesn't want to be miseried. He doesn't want you to Annie Wilkes him.
He doesn't want a dwarven pedicure.
Right.
All right.
All right. What do we do with him, John? Should we let him go? Should we keep him as a prize? Do you think we could make him like into some kind of like guide? Maybe he could guide us to where the bugbear came from or something like that?
Yeah, I guess we could do that. Yeah, I was tossing whether just to kill him or let him go, but yeah, that might be a good idea. Keep him around, little bastard.
Well, I mean, they came out of I mean, from what he said, they came out of Jotun, which is a country that's pretty far. It's like a pretty evil country, but it's fairly far away, and most of the rest of them are down near Now Here, which is fairly far from where you guys are.
Okay, so he's.
I mean, like
he could lead you there. It would take a while.
Apologize.
All right, Fredo goes over to him and he says, "Look, you got a couple of options here.
Yes.
One involves bashing your toes off until you're dead.
No.
And the other is to live. What would you prefer to do?"
Are you really asking me this?
Yeah.
Well, obviously, I want to live.
Well, very good. All right. Now you have more options.
Oh. I'll take the good one.
You're gonna take some ways. Because if we ever find out you're doing bad stuff again, and you know, knocking over parties and you know, destroying caravans and stuff, then you know, we're definitely gonna kill you next time. You understand that, right?
Yes, I don't want any trouble anymore, and I feel that, I mean, the other guy you let go, Ricky, you know, he's had his eyes on my wife, and I mean that he's heading back towards, you know, Jotun probably because, you know, and I gotta stop him from, you know, I like my wife.
All right, Brendan swings the hammer.
Okay.
And goes right towards his feet, but misses his feet on purpose, and looks at him and says, "Then you are a message to the rest of the goblins. Don't come to this land again."
Got it. I can't promise that they'll listen to me, but I'll tell them.
All right, you want to let him go?
John, up to you if you want to let him go or not.
Can I put my boots
I think we should
on?
make him apologize.
Ah, so many of them got away though. God.
Just 2.
Well, yeah, and then we let this guy go, and the 3 of them could start up something else somewhere. If it's not just one, I mean, we got 3 of them out there now.
What do we keep him? It seems like he's willing to be like a servant to us. We could keep him as like a guide. and like we could use them as like a boob for booby traps.
I just want to see my wife again.
Screw you and your wife.
Oh, Mary, I'm coming.
I tell you, age has made me such a pacifist. So you want to keep him, Damien?
I think it would be a good idea. Like we could. I mean, it seems like he's very willing, and the role I had for the inside seemed to be pretty accurate. So we could keep him and see what we can use him for.
Okay. Do we want to bring him back to town, because they're probably going to be pretty pissed at him at town? They want to keep him for himself.
There's just like it's like a handful of like older farmers and like mostly like like middle-aged older farmers. I mean they'd probably just kill him just because they'd be like, why'd you bring this guy back here? It's like we got no way to deal with him.
Okay, so you want to just keep him then? We'll bring him back to town. Say, look, a couple of them other got away, but we're gonna bring this guy to Wheat's Landing or nowhere or something.
We gotta make sure they know that when we tell them that some of them got away, that we did it on purpose. We didn't just let them get away. Like we did it on purpose to set an example to the others, so they don't think that we let them. So it's like, no, we honestly let them get away on purpose, so that we can make sure that they don't come back again. That's a message to others.
All right, I'm down with that. But so we tie this guy up, and we keep his boots off. Brash puts his boots in his backpack, and he says, "You'll get this back when we feel you've earned them."
Oh.
And your wife.
My wife has made me those boots, so please don't lose them. If you look on the heel, you'll see her initials, MG.
I look on the heel.
In MG.
He's like, it means Mary Goblin.
I smack him with his boots and say, "Shut up now."
Oh.
All right, so let's tie him up and we'll keep him.
We'll have to ask him. So, Goblin, what is your name?
My name is George.
Perfect.
George Goblin.
I love my new pet.
I'm George Goblin. My wife Mary made me these boots.
All right. Fredo tells the other guy, "All right, look, hey, I found this chest over here too. There's some cash in there and money, and there's a sack that I want one of you guys to look at for me here."
Does he say with a straight face?
Yeah. You guys got to check this out. Yeah.
All right. So I guess we'll move all of our characters over there.
You don't have to.
Okay.
You can just theater of the mind.
Okay.
Theater of the mind. This part. Nothing's going to attack you over there yet.
How big is the chest?
It's relatively small.
And there's a giant Cthulhu monster in there. I swear to God.
And it's like it's fairly small. It's probably about like 2 feet long, maybe like a foot wide and a foot deep.
Okay, so Brash or Brundren can easily carry it back to town just without too much issue, right?
Oh, sure.
Okay, all right. So yeah, okay. So Brash goes over to the chest and opens up the chest.
Okay.
Sees what he sees. Sees the sack.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's a wet sack.
We're not going to open it here.
Yeah, I mean, if it's just like a bloody hand or something, then I'm just going to toss it. But okay, so Brash with very carefully picks it up.
Okay. You hear something that sounds like broken glass, but possibly also a couple of and it's got some weight to it. Possibly some unbroken glass, like some bottles kind of clinking together. But there's definitely some broken glass in there as well.
takes a careful, swift sniff at it.
It smells it smells all right. I mean, it doesn't smell terrible. Like, it doesn't smell like goblin pee or nothing.
Okay, that's good. No unspeakable filth.
No unspeakable filth.
All right. Brash opens up the sack.
Okay, there are 3 potion bottles in there.
Ooh.
And there were 4, but one of them is broken.
Ah. Okay. All right, and there's no markings or anything?
No.
Let's see. I don't think I have anything that would detect any sort of no identifying means, I guess, right?
In 5e, they say that all you need to do to check a potion is just to taste it, and it'll basically tell you what it does.
All right.
So that doesn't sound dangerous.
All right. Well, look, there's 3 potions. Everyone want to taste one? You want to taste one, Parker?
Why not? Let's go for it. I'll try one.
Okay. Yeah. Brash divvies him out. Says we all go on 3.
It's like we're doing Red Bull shots or something.
Right. Kind of chuckles to himself. He's not nearly as witty and as funny as Fredo. That's his idea of a joke. All right. So Brash takes a sip of his. Fredo takes a sip of his.
Okay. They appear to be potions of healing. How convenient!
Nice.
I love how cautious we were about the whole thing.
Okay. All right. Well, I guess we're hurt, but we're done. So we probably go ahead and save these for later.
You can save them for later.
Okay.
Okay. So, all right. So I'm still at 9. Okay. And so we said potions of healing. If we sipped it, I wasn't sure if it actually did anything. Okay.
Okay.
Sweet.
Well, let's search the bodies. That's something I forgot to do. We should search the bodies of everything else. Maybe. Yeah.
I need to go back over to I need to go back over here to get my throwing hammer from this guy here. Get my throwing hammer from him.
Okay. They don't have anything of value on them other than their goblin-y like armor and goblin-y like weapons. And like I said, the goblins had scimitars and short bows. They got like a bunch of like goblin arrows left. Had no money on them. All their money was in that chest, in the kitty.
All right.
And the bugbear, he had like a little note in his pocket that said, "I secretly like dwarves." No. He was wearing hide armor. He's got like a few javelins still like slung around his back, and he had that morning star of his.
What if we hey John, what if we grab these tools and give them to the farmers so they could actually like
try to defend? I was thinking the same thing. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, like, they're not going to be any value, but they're still tools. Even if they can use it once or twice, it's still something.
Right. Okay. Yeah. I'm game for that. Let's collect all the weapons. We'll bring them back and give them to Nigel's to divvy amongst townfolk, I guess, or whatever.
Okay. Okay. Oh, and the bugbear also had he had a small pouch as well. And in his small pouch, he has 1 gem, some red gem, and he has about 20 coppers and 10 silvers in his pouch. The guy, he didn't let the goblins hold no money, but he got to hold a little.
All right, so 1 red gem, 20 copper, and what?
I say about 10 silver.
Okay. All right, cool. All right. Back to town, Brudrin?
Sounds good to me.
Back to town.
Back to town.
All right, so now, while you guys are heading back to town, now would be a good time to take a break. I'm going to refill my coffee and stuff.
Oh, good. Yes, that's what I like to do too.
And for podcast purposes, I will say that I'm going to go ahead and say that we'll see you next time with the Bastards of Young Geek Fight Club Dungeons and Dragons 5e real play.
The bastards.
The bastards. I am Mondo. I've been your Dungeon Master this evening. And you can follow me on the Twitters at DharmaBob. And you guys can, if you guys want to plug yourselves or if you just want to say goodbye or good night.
I'm John.
Oh. And I'm Damien. Thank you very much, guys.
Yeah, thanks a lot, guys. And we will be back next time with some more role-playing.
Woohoo!
See you then. Okay, and that's where I'll cut that, and I'll edit stuff up. All right, so let's go get some coffee and stuff. I'm gonna take my dog out really quick because he was crying at me before like a big baby.
Okay.
And I'll meet you guys back here in a couple of minutes.
All right.
You got it, sir.
Cool.
All right, excellent.
You want to go for a little walk? Come on. Where did I put your leash? There it is. Come on. There's a good boy. You want biscuit? You want a bacon? Have a bacon.
Hey, dude.
Hey, I'm back.
Me too.
I want to open up another. Oh, I totally closed most of my Chrome except for the Google Hangout. Let me open up a new window. I want to go back onto the Facebook. Book of Face. What did I want to say on the Book of Face? I remember.
So what's happening? What's happening? It says we're still live on the podcast.
Yeah, we are.
Or whatever.
Ba-ding.
Oh no! I thought we lost Damien again.
No, it's just his background is white.
Yeah.
His wall. He's got a white wall.
White wall.
White wall.
All right. So you like my white wall? I heard.
Yes. White wall. John thought we lost you for a second.
No. I went upstairs. I'm in my basement. Which is apropos.
So is John.
Thank you.
I'm in my living room, where I recently moved my computer to, so that Ange could use it for school and stuff. She never did, but I wanted to make it more accessible to her, so she wouldn't have to ask. She could go into my room to do stuff.
Right.
So, and I like it out here better too, because it gets me to bed on time. Like I'm not up late. Well, I'm still up late, but I'm up less late in the living room than I would be if the computer was in my bedroom.
Right.
Okay. All right. So if we're ready to begin again, I'm gonna do another intro to intro things up. Because I'm gonna split this up into two podcasts because we don't know how often we'll play, and most people don't want to listen for longer than an hour at a time anyway to stuff.
Right.
So if we split it up, it'll be groovy.
I know my son watches a lot of people play video games and stuff like that.
Right.
So it's you see a lot of their episodes are usually about anywhere from 20 minutes to about 45 to an hour.
Right.
Tops. So.
Yes, we'll split it up. So, okay. Welcome back, everybody. This is another session of the Geek Fight Club Bastards of Young live play 5th edition Dungeons & Dragons. I am your host and Dungeon Master Mondo, and with me once again is Damien.
Hey, what's up, guys?
And John.
Peace, people.
And Chuck is still not with us because, like I was just explaining to the boys, we'll be splitting this up into a couple of podcasts because we don't know how often we'll play. So this is really the same session for us. A little, behind the DM screen for you, how we're doing that. But so hopefully next time, Chuck will join us, and then it'll be the 4 brothers instead of just 3. We are brothers, actual brothers, who all like Dungeons & Dragons, and so we play We're now playing on Google Hangouts using Roll20, and we're going to share it with everybody. If you happen to be a friend of ours on the Facebook or something, or if once we get things scheduled better, you can actually go to geekfightclub.net and find out when we're doing this. If you want to watch us record these things live, and you get some of the banter in between and before and after and stuff, and that's always fun. Or you can just, once this is available for download, which it should be by the time you're hearing this, because it's probably how you got it. You know, you can download us, and you won't get all that banter and stuff, but it'll be a shorter, more concise, and on-point podcast. Anyway, so who wants to recap what happened last time?
Well, I got a pet. His name is George.
George Goblin.
George Goblin, married to Mary Goblin, as proven by his boots.
Yeah, so you guys had been in the town of, or the village, the hamlet of Neely, just chilling out at some inn that was very lonely, and one of the local farmers came in and was crying about, you know, he was attacked by something, and so rather than let the old Nigellus, is his name, fighter, head out to deal with the goblin problem, not that you knew it was a goblin problem at the time, you guys were like, we'll take care of this. And you headed off, and you were attacked by goblins. And you killed most of them, and the bugbear. They had a boss bugbear. 2 of them ran away. And yes, you captured George Goblin, husband of Mary, wearer of nice goblin boots. And so you guys were taking...
Not particularly fond of dwarven pedicures, apparently. So.
No, he wasn't. He wasn't. You threatened his little toesies, his goblin toesies. All right, so you guys are going to take him back to Neely. So now you're heading south on the North Road, back to Neely. Mm-hmm. Okay, and you still have George tied up, right?
We still have George in tow.
Okay, he's just like,
how long do you think you guys are gonna want me to stick around? I mean, I'm really worried about my wife.
Your wife is the least of your troubles, Brash says.
Well, I guess, but I mean, really, that guy, he's really making. I hope I'm still married when I get home.
You are lucky to be alive.
Goblin divorces are complicated. You have no clue.
So you guys are heading back.
You're in our service until we decide otherwise.
Oh.
So you guys are dragging him along. I mean, he's, not dragging him necessarily. He's going along reluctantly, but he's going. You're heading back south towards Neely, the little tiny farming community. And as you guys are getting closer, you hear, like, what sounds possibly like kids crying and women wailing. The wailing of women and the crying of children.
I guess we should quicken the pace.
Yeah, I
never a good sign.
No.
George is like, I don't know what's going on there, but I have nothing to do with it.
All right. Are we close enough to make any, like, perception checks or any insight checks or anything like that?
You are now. I'm going to say you guys are, like, right on the edge of town. If you look at your D20, roll 20, I mean, I have got you guys, like, in the Hamlet map. Oh wait, no, hang on. I gotta move you there. I'll get used to this. I gotta move this little player tab I have there, and now you should see the town of Neely, or the hamlet. I keep calling it a town. It's like really nothing. There's like really not much here, but
Okay, I rolled. Wait. I rolled a 16 and an 18.
Okay.
Sorry about that.
No worries.
All right. We can take the lowest.
You definitely. It sounds like kids are crying. You also hear like a couple of like rough male voices saying, "You won't have much to cry about for much longer. Pretty soon you're gonna be one of us, and that's gonna be pretty good for you." You guys can see, like you guys aren't necessarily standing where you are on the map, but you can see there seems to be a wagon, and there's a couple of like guys in they're wearing leather armor. They've got scimitars, which seems to be the weapon of choice in 5th edition. They've got scimitars. They seem to be like trying to herd these children onto the wagon. There are women crying. You hear the women crying. It sounds like they're all coming from the inn. And there's a body on the ground. It looks like Nigellus.
Not Nigellus.
It looks like Nigellus. Lying on the ground.
Is Justice with him?
Yes. His sword named Justice is lying on the ground next to him, and he looks like he's probably dead.
All right.
Oh no.
Do you want us to do initiative, or you want us just to whoever wants to do something, do something?
Well, we'll roll initiative. I mean, do you guys want to do anything before?
I was gonna run up and try to find out what's going on.
Okay. Then let's roll initiative to get it out of the way.
All right. I have a 17.
Brash has a 12, and no, I'm sorry. Fredo has a 12, and Brash has a 15.
Brash is a 15?
Yes. And Fredo has the 12.
Okay, Fredo's got the 12, and okay. All right, so you guys can see everything pretty good on Roll20 there?
Yep.
Okay. All right, so yeah, so that's what you see. There's this one guy standing over Nigellus with he's like I said, he's got a scimitar, and you see there's one guy in the wagon. There's already one little girl on the wagon. There's a little girl and a little boy being dragged and pushed onto the wagon by these other two guys. All right, so what are you guys gonna do? Brundon?
Brundon's gonna run up. I'm gonna use Intimidate and try to find out what's going on. I have pretty high intimidation. Let me see. My intimidation is a +3, and I'm proficient in that. So it's a +3 altogether with the proficiency bonus.
Okay.
So let me see here. I have to move. 5, 10, 15.
Yeah, and they don't see you coming. They don't seem to notice you guys like heading in.
All right. I can't move my guy.
Oh, let me. Oh, you know what? I put the new guys in yesterday because you can't move the guys over. You got to put in new guys, and we're already off. So John should have control of his guys, and you should now have control of your guy.
Yes, there we go. All right.
Okay. All right.
When I see what you did with my gnome, you are very funny.
Well, when I was looking for the same picture, that's the picture I found, so. I was looking for the same token, and that's the one that I found, and I was like, it's even better. It looks more like a gnome. because he's got the hat. Got the little red gnome hat.
I'm going to intimidate. I'm going to scream out at them. You! What is the meaning of this? Why are you doing this? So,
okay.
And now I roll. 3. Oops, I did it again. Can we count the first roll because I collected twice by accident?
Yep, that's fine.
So 13 and 3, 16. I rolled a 16.
Okay. Especially since like they didn't see you guys coming, and all of a sudden this dwarf with a hammer is like charging at them.
Mm-hmm.
The guy standing over Nigellus absolutely looks intimidated.
Mm-hmm.
The guy in the wagon looks a little intimidated. The guy over standing next to this little girl here behind the wagon doesn't look too intimidated. But
mm-hmm.
they're all definitely like surprised, and they're just like like kill them.
All right. Well, Brash is going to drink one of those potions of healing because he's down to 2 hit points. So.
Oh, that's right. I have to put it at 9, right?
Oh yeah. You gotta put your other your updated values in these guys.
About 5 feet away from Nigellus.
Mm-hmm.
Can I see if he's still alive or dead? Does he look like he's definitely dead?
You can make a perception check.
All right. Well, my perception is 0. So let's do this. Straight up D20 roll. Okay, I rolled the 13.
Okay. It looks like he might be breathing.
All right. I guess that's it for my action. I don't know if I can do anything else.
Okay. Well, this is a surprise round, so I mean that's cool. So, and John, you're gonna drink a potion.
Yeah, Brash is going to drink a potion. I think I'm going off of memory now because I didn't realize the hit points wouldn't carry over, so I didn't write them down, but because I was keeping tally on the computer. But I think Fredo was at 8, and Brash was down to 2. So I think Fredo will be all right, but Brash is definitely going to drink one of those potions to heal, and he is going to advance.
You are correct. Okay, so he is going to drink a potion.
Yes.
Brash gets back 8 hit points.
All right. Now I'm going to keep tally on my paper now because it seems to work better that way. Okay. So he's going to march up to that first guy. And I guess I took my action drinking the potion, right?
Yes.
Okay. Fredo runs out right next to Brundren as well, being that they all shouted, kill them. And I guess Fredo is going to shoot the guy standing over Nigellus with his short bow.
Okay.
And that would be a 17.
And that is going to hit.
All right. Oh, and that's going to be 9 points of damage.
Once I remember how many hit points these guys have, I will tell you what that does. Okay, so what's it look like when that guy dies?
Is he the guy who shouted "kill them"?
Yes.
The second he finishes "kill them," the arrow just goes right into his throat, and he just falls back.
Okay. All right, he is dead. Okay, and that is the end of the surprise round. So we're going to start the next regular round. And Brundon, you are first in the initiative order.
All right, I'm going to, let's see here. I'm going to charge up to the guy with the girl.
Mm-hmm.
All right. And I'm going to try to think if I should do this or not. They're not that high in hit points. There's only 3 of them. I'm going to hold off on my rage. I'm just going to attack him straight up with the Warhammer. So Warhammer, I have strength 4.
Okay.
So I'm going to roll an attack. All right. 17 and 4, 21.
That hits.
All right. So I do D8 plus 2. No, not 2. Sorry, D8 plus 4, right? So that's 7. So I do 7 damage.
Yep. He's like, ow! You hit me!
It's all right, little girl. I'm here to help.
Okay, Brash.
All right. Brash is going to.
And do you see the guy on the wagon?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's where I was going. And he is going to get to the guy on the wagon and use his great sword. And that would be a 21.
That hits.
And that would be 8, 12 points.
Man, you guys are killing. What does it look like when this guy dies?
He was just trying to get off the wagon, and Brash just ran up to him and just freaking gutted him with the greatsword right through him, and he just kind of falls down.
Okay. The little girl's like, ew! Okay. It is now these guys' turn. And, all right, this guy who's right here in front of Brundren, he's going to attack first. And he was like, for Shadatho! For Shadatho! And he takes a swing at you, and he misses. Man, while I was out walking the dog, I should have grabbed my dice out of the car, my good DM dice.
You can keep those. It's cool.
I read the stars this morning, and they were not in your favor.
This guy runs over here at Brash. Actually, and you can get Brundon can take an opportunity attack on him if he would like, as he runs through that area. He like shoves that little girl aside, and he's like running towards Brash, and you can make an opportunity attack.
Which one, me or John?
Brundon.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, because
right.
he came into a threatened space of yours and then left it.
So this is the guy going towards Brash.
Yes.
Okay. With my free hand.
Mm-hmm.
Well, actually, no. The Warhammer's two-handed, so can I throw one of my throwing hammers?
Yeah, it would just be one of your basic attacks. Absolutely.
Okay. All right. So I'm gonna throw my throwing hammer at him.
Okay.
My dexterity is a 2. So nice. 18.
Okay, you hit him.
Sweet. Okay. Let me look at the throwing hammer is when I throw it's a 1d4. All right, so I rolled a 1, but I add my strength bonus to it, right? Because of the
Yes.
it's a hammer. Okay, so it's a 5. So I hit a 5. The back of the head.
Ow, the back of my head! I'm not supposed to get hammers in it!
Okay. It hits him, but he's still swinging his scimitar at Brash. He hits Brash with the scimitar.
I tried.
Brash takes 4 points of damage.
Oof. That's all right. I'm glad I took that healing potion. I would have been down.
I'm glad you did too.
Yep.
Okay. And then this is the front of the inn here, like this black building and the stairs. That's the front of the inn. And from out of here, also yelling, Fashadato! 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. This guy comes up and attacks Brundon. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And this other guy is coming running up. This other guy. And they're just like, Fashadato! Oh. Okay, so the guy attacking Brundon is going to miss.
Ah, sweet.
And this other guy's just like charging up with his scimitar, but that's about as far as he can get. Now the kids go. This little girl here, she pulls a great sword out of her purse. No.
You should have bought my cookies.
She's going to start running this way. No. The little boy is going to run. No. Well, he's going to run past the wagon there. And this little girl jumps down off the wagon, and she runs into this house. She's in the house.
Okay.
And that's the kids. It is now Fredo's turn.
All right. Fredo is, being that he still has his short bow out, is going to shoot the guy that just charged out of the inn, attacking Brundon.
Okay.
And get my die roller back out of here. Ugh, and that's a 10.
That does not hit him.
All right. Well, then I'm going to move him there.
Okay.
Slinging my bow over my shoulder as I go, pulling out my my rapier.
Okay. Something else happens.
No.
This guy, he looks a little bigger and meaner than the others. He comes out from behind that house, and he grabs that little girl. And he just yells, "Drop your weapons!" And he shakes her a little.
Oh boy.
Duh.
And that's all he is doing. And then, finally, from behind the inn, zipping up his what passes for a fly on an ogre's loincloth, this ogre comes out, and he's just like, "Hey, what's all this then?" And he starts running towards you guys, and that's about as far as he can get.
Damn.
What's all this then? And that's going to bring us back to the top of the order with Brundon.
Oh man. Okay, this guy's holding the girl hostage.
Yes.
Oh man, I'm not sure what I should do. What do you think, John? Should I try to make an attack, or should I try to?
I think you're too far to try to do anything for the girl. We just have to hope that he's just going to try to keep her a hostage and keep her alive, because he knows he's going to die if he does anything to her.
And he also wants her for some reason too. So he wants the children. It's not like he's going to kill her. What if I skip my turn? What if I pass on my turn and let you go ahead of me with the gnome, and you take a shot at him with your arrow? You think you can try to hit him from that distance?
It's possible. I mean, this die roller sucks, but it's possible. But I don't know if I would kill him, because he does look a little stronger. And then the other guys would still have initiative first, because if you give up your turn and wait for me.
No, I wouldn't give up my turn. I would pass to the. Well, wait, Mondo. What happens when I pass? Do I go last after everybody?
No, you would basically you would be readying an action. Mm-hmm. So, I mean, I would want to know what it is you were gonna do, and what the trigger would be. So it's like you can like ready an action. You can say like I'm going to, for instance, I'm gonna wait and see whether or not like Fredo hits this guy. If he does, I'm going to attack like this guy. If he doesn't, you know, I'm going to run past him or whatever it is like you were going to do. And then you would just.
All right, how about this? To stick with the storyline, what if I do this? What if I ready myself?
Okay.
And let Fredo attack. And if Fredo hits him, I could then rage because I'm allowed 2 rages each day.
Okay.
So I could do my second rage and then just go nuts. Or I could literally rage whether he hits the girl or not, keeping with the storyline. Like if Fredo hits the guy and manages to let the girl get away from him, I could rage in order to just try to finish the combatants in front of me. Or if he misses and the guy does something to the little girl, it could be reason for my character to rage.
Right. Sure. Well, my whole deal is before Fredo actually goes, these guys are going to get some swings in on us because he's lower in the initiative line than these other 2 guys that are standing right in front of you.
John, I could rage and take out the guy that's across from you. Like the guy's diagonal to me. I could take that guy out. This guy here, I could go after him to try to keep him from attacking you.
I'm not worried about attacking me. These like if you attack now, you might actually take one of these guys down before they get to swing at us, doing us more damage. Like if I was like right next, then I could say, yeah, I would do that. But both of these guys are going to go before me, and then we're just kind of giving them a free attack on us almost until we get around to Fredo.
All right.
I'll assist. A rare DM assist in strategy. Ooh. That's rare. That won't happen often. This guy, the guy like closer to Fredo, if Fredo is going to try to attack this stronger guy with his bow, he's going to be at a disadvantage because this guy's going to try and like knock. He's had an opportunity to try to like stop that.
Okay. Could I rage and try to strength attack, like bum rush both these guys, like try to run into them to create interference? Could I do that as an attack? Like use my body as like a weapon, just run up to both of them and like jump into both of them? Because you're standing side by side. Would that be possible, or are they too far apart?
I'm going to rules for a second.
Okay.
Uh-oh.
Rules.
It's
Make
okay.
Mondo pull out the rule book.
If I can't, Mondo, if I can't, I'll bum rush and tackle the guy next to Fredo.
Okay, if you wanted to, what the rules would let you do would be to, you could charge one of these guys to knock him prone or push him 5 feet. If you were to like come around and like, if you were to come around and like rush the guy closer to Fredo, you could try to knock him into the other guy.
Okay. All right, we could try that. Now, would that involve like a strength check?
Yes, that would be a strength check.
Okay. So then maybe I should rage and then do that because that way I get the advantage on a strength check.
Go for it.
All right. Okay, so I'm gonna rage. I'm gonna do my second rage.
Okay.
I'm going to rush this guy and knock him into the other guy to my right.
Okay.
All right. So I rolled 2d20s, right? Because I do the advantage.
Right.
All right. I have a +4. Let me just double check that. The bonus damage roll. Okay, so the damage roll. All right. Okay. All right. So I'm gonna roll 2d20s.
Okay.
1, 2. Whoa. Hello.
There
All
you
right.
go.
I'll definitely take 19. That's the advantage. All right. And I got a 4 on that. That is 23.
Okay. That you shove the guy into the other guy, and with that roll, I'm going to say that this guy gets pushed back 5 feet, and this guy, let me move you out of the way for a second. This guy falls prone over here. I think there's a prone. I think there's a little prone marker. Or I thought there was. I can just make one. I can just decide one of these will be prone.
Can you do a different color X?
Well, they have all these nifty little things. I was hoping like maybe one of them would be like an actual prone. I'll use this one. Okay. It's like a little guy like kind of bent over like with a little pain thing coming off his back. He's like, I've been knocked prone, and I'll move you back there. Okay.
All right, cool.
All right, so yeah, this guy's been knocked prone. This guy gets shoved back, but he's able to keep his feet.
Do I deal damage to anybody or no?
No.
Okay. All right, cool.
Okay, these guys are going to attack now. This guy is attacking Brash, the guy right up in front of Brash. We're going to start with him. And he's just like, die! And his sword gets stuck for a second, like in the wagon wheel. And he's like, ah! I'm frustrated now. Okay, this guy's going to move up here, and he is going to attack Brundon and miss.
Sweet.
The other guy is going to get on his feet and try to attack Brundon. He's like, I'm standing! Die! And I'm going to give him disadvantage as he's trying to get up. And he misses. And this guy's also coming up to attack Brundon.
The insane dwarf.
Die, insane dwarf! He hits you for 3 points of damage.
Okay, here we go.
And it is now Fredo's turn.
Go, Fredo!
All right.
Go, Tim!
Fredo. Fredo is going to try to shoot the guy holding the girl.
Okay.
Ooh. And that's 12.
That might not be bad. Hang on. I gotta pull back up my that other sheet there. That may have hit. It does.
You are kind.
3 points. 5 points damage.
5 points.
5 points.
Okay, you hit him.
Does he let the girl go?
He might. She's going to have advantage to get away from him on her turn.
Okay.
And it is her turn. All right, this little boy is still running away.
What was Brash's order?
Brash is Oh, I'm sorry. Brash goes before them and before Fredo. Brash should go. I'm sorry, my bad.
Okay. No, that's all right.
You have Brash go first.
Okay.
And then this guy will go.
Okay. Well, Brash is just gonna smash this guy right here next to him.
Okay.
And oh yeah, buddy. That's 23.
That hits.
Oh my goodness, that's going to be 13 points.
Okay, what does it look like when this guy dies?
Totally befuddled that his sword got stuck in that wagon wheel, he just kind of looks up at Brash with a dumbfounded look on his face as Brash's great sword just decapitates him.
Okay. The head goes rolling, and the little goblin guy picks it up.
George!
He's like, you drop this!
I did it for cinematic spells.
Okay.
All right.
Are you
And then-
moving?
Yes, and then I'm going to move right over to these other guys trying to surround Brundon,
Okay.
giving Brundon advantage on his next turn.
All right.
Ah, my dragon brother!
Okay. The little girl is learning everything. She is using everything she learned from her, from her self-defense course. And she manages to pull out of that guy's grasp. Let me move him a second so I can move her. There we go.
Well done, John.
All right.
And
Watch it, man. That's done, sir.
she makes a beeline for the inn. Looking at the ogre as she runs past, she's like, yeah! She runs to the inn.
My nightmares come true.
Okay.
My mother sent me days like this.
All right, this guy's just like, damn you all! For Shadafo! And he comes up here, and he is attacking Brash. And he misses.
Ha
Oh, thank God.
And now, Big, Tall, and Stupid. Big, Tall, and Stupid is coming up. Hey, what's all this then? Oh, he's pretty fast, actually.
Hodor.
Okay, he is actually running up on 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. Well, let me just do it like this. Let me use the comb.
Oh, God.
He starts charging at the gnome.
What?
Oh, my God.
Well, actually, he can't.
Every playing field goes after the gnome.
Actually, he can't. He technically cannot. He has no room to get in there because of his size.
Could he move up to here? Not that I'm trying to help you.
What he's going to do is he comes up to here, and he's going to rip up like this potted plant instead of a rock. There's like a potted plant out front, and he's going to throw this potted plant at Fredo.
Oh my goodness.
He's just like, eat fern, gnome. What is? Oh no. Yeah, actually, I didn't know. I don't have the armor classes on these guys yet.
14.
What is 14? Okay.
14.
The plant like knocks your little pointy red hat off, but does not hurt you. And that's going to bring us. That's going to bring us back to the top of the order with Brundon.
Ah!
Yeah, now you do have advantage on the guy in between you and Brash, or you can attack the guy up in front of you or to the other side of you. Wow, you are kind of getting surrounded.
It's tough. All right, so I got the advantage on this guy between myself and Brash. I'm going to help Brash out because he's my aid. So I'm going to swing my Warhammer. I'm in rage still, right?
Yes.
All right, let's just tell me now, because I've been asking every time. How long is my rage going to go for how many turns you think? Because I know we were joking about it before, but seriously, how long do you think? Like 4 rounds? 3 rounds?
No, it's like 10 rounds. Like each round is 6 seconds. So if it lasts a minute, then it is 10 rounds.
Sweet.
But
All right, excellent.
Let me double. Come back.
Yeah, that sounds
Go
right.
back page. You have strength advantage on strength checks. Blah blah blah. Melee weapon attack, gain a bonus damage roll, blah, blah, blah. Resistance, awesome. Can't cast spells. It ends if you're knocked unconscious or if your turn ends and you haven't attacked a hostile creature since your last turn or taken damage since then.
Right. Yeah, I have it right here.
Or taken damage since then. What do they mean by that exactly? If you've taken damage since your last turn, does your rage end?
No, I didn't take damage last turn. He missed. Because I still have... No, I took damage before I raged. Because last round I didn't take damage, I just attacked the two guys on the ground.
Yeah, he missed.
But I knocked them.
Right.
Yeah. The turn before I raged, I took the 3 damage.
Okay. I'm going to look that up on Reddit, but so far you're still good. You still got your rage. So go ahead and...
All right, I'm going to roll it. I got the +4 in strength. D20. Nice. Okay, so I have a 20. I don't know what advantages I have for, or bonuses I have for the drop on him. And then I get +2.
You just get 2. You have to roll 2 d20 because you have advantage. So you roll again because you might crit.
Oh, okay. All right.
Right. No, because you have advantage because he's flanked.
Okay. No, I got a 16, so I got 20. So 20, and then I'm rolling 1d8 for damage +2. Okay, so that's 4, and then my strength is 4, so that's 8.
Okay, he takes 8 points of damage. He's like, ow! He's hurt, but he's still in the fight, and that is going to bring us back to unless you want to move or something. That's going to bring us to Brash.
Would it be beneficial for me to move?
Not necessarily.
Yeah, I think any move you would do would put you at an opportunity attack from them, right?
This is true. Yeah, that would.
Oh, well, yeah. Only if you leave someone's reach. Like, I mean, if you move to be like here, if you moved there, you wouldn't have left any of the bad guys' reach. Oh, yes, you would have. Never mind. Yeah, so no matter where you go here, you'll wind up getting an opportunity attack.
I'm gonna play it safe and just stay right there.
Okay. Now, all right. I got some clarification on the rage because that way it words the thing like or haven't taken damage or whatever. So, if you don't attack anybody like in a turn, like let's say you used one turn to like pick up your shoe because you dropped it, which makes no sense, but just for the sake of the argument, if you didn't take damage that same round, like if you picked up a shoe and nobody hurt you, your rage would end because basically you stopped paying attention to fighting. Now, if you bend over to pick up your shoe and some guy like kicked you in the butt and you took damage, you would still be raging because even though you were doing something else, someone is still attacking you. So I got that cleared up.
Okay, but since I tackled the two guys, that does count as an attack, right?
Yeah. Oh yeah. No, absolutely. Yeah. You don't necessarily need to do any damage. You just need to be like technically like in the fight.
Okay. All right. Cool.
Yeah. Like if you stopped to drink a healing potion and nobody attacked you, that would end your rage. But if you drank the healing potion while someone was punching you, you would still be rage. You'd be like, I'm trying to drink my potion, damn it!
Keep punching me in the stomach. I'm going to keep drinking.
Okay, so if you're not moving, that's going to bring us to Brash.
Yes.
Okay. I'm wondering if I should hit this new dude or take my advantage of trying to take this guy out. I think I'm going to swing against the guy who was charging me, who was holding a little girl.
Okay.
With my great sword, and that is going to be a 22.
That hits him.
Wow. Nice.
And that is going to be 8 points. Nah.
He's like, wow, I was scared that I was really going to die there for a second. Thanks for rolling low damage. For Shadafo! He's got nothing else to say aside from that.
Screw Shadatho.
Okay, are you still staying where you're at?
Yes.
Okay. All right, the cultist directly to the south of Brundon. He's attacking Brundon with his scimitar. There's no wagon wheel for it to get stuck in, so I'm just gonna go ahead and say he misses. Once again, it's your short stature saves you. He he never trained against shorter people, so he was going to chop your head off and just catch his air. This guy on the same line as what's his nuts? Actually, no, he's going to charge at Fredo. He's going to swing at Fredo. 17. That hit your armor class, Fredo?
Yes, it does. But now, being that guy moved away from Brash gets an opportunity attack against him, yes?
Oh, yes, he does. Yes, he does. He left Brash's threatened area. So go ahead and make that, because if you kill him before I roll your damage... Oh, you critted against him.
Oh.
He's like, I'm going to attack that gnome. Okay.
All right, so what does that mean exactly now? Because now I do double damage, so I roll 4d6 instead of 2d6?
That is correct, sir.
Oh.
Well, I'm hoping that guy's done because, yeah, that's at 6, 12, 17. God, I wish I would have hit that with somebody else. 17 and then plus 4. That's 21 points of damage.
Should have saved it for the ogre.
Brundon grabs his arm. Gnome, stop killing him. He's already dead.
All right, so he's like, I'm going to get that gnome. And what does it look like when he dies?
He just gets cut in the back and just drops to the ground because he just stupid. Maybe I took his leg off.
Okay.
He falls in front of Frida with no freaking leg.
Okay. All right, so that happens. These two guys are attacking Brash. 16? Hit your armor class?
Yeah, my armor class is 16.
4 points.
Phew.
And the leader misses. And that is going to bring us... Oh, no, I'm sorry. Before the leader goes, Fredo goes. My bad. Well, the leader misses. Have Fredo go.
Okay. Fredo is going to move here.
Okay.
I could stand on top of that dead guy, right?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, you can step on it.
Some of the gnomes is as tall as a dwarf.
And I am going to use my rapier against the guy standing between Brash and Brundon.
Okay.
And I will have advantage, yes, because he is.
Yes, you'll have advantage because he's flanked, and so you're just adding to his confusion. So yes.
All right, well, I'll take that 18.
Nice.
And that will be a
nice.
21.
That hits him.
And whole freaking 3 points of damage. Is that enough to do him in though?
What does it look like when he dies?
He is Fredo just comes in and just freaking stabs him with his rapier in the throat as he just took that big hit from Brundon.
Okay. Okay, the ogre is going to the ogre is charging over here, and he's going to kick this guy. He's going to attempt to kick that guy into Brundon. And he kicks that guy. Brendan, whatever's better for you, make me an athletics or an acrobatics check.
All right, let me take a look which one's better. Probably both are going to suck. But actually, no, wait a minute. Oh, I got a +6 in athletics.
Okay.
Don't totally do in athletics. Okay, I have a +6 in athletics. What?
Oh, no.
Oh!
No.
Oh, okay.
Oh. Wait, it's a 7. It's 7.
He kicks that guy into you, and you fall prone. But this guy, though, he is also prone over here next to you.
Okay.
So I'm just going to put a... I'm going to put that... Oh, I did 2 of them. Okay.
No, I did 1. I got double thrown.
Now?
Oh, okay, all right.
Boy, you got thrown.
Okay, so the 2 of you are prone, and that's what that ogre did. And he is now in this area. That's where he was going when he kicked that guy. And let me take off one of those things off of you. Okay. All right, did I wind up taking them both? You took one off too?
Yes, I did. I'll put one on. Don't touch
Okay.
it.
All right, I'm not touching it. Okay. So you guys are both prone, and George is going to he runs up on the wagon, and he is going to try to jump on top of this guy, even though he's kind of tied up. He's going to try and jump and knock into that guy to knock him down. And he does, and he's just like, "I'll help you!" And he trips over the wagon, and he falls on the ground like here.
Excellent.
He is prone.
He's like, it's like you ever see C Lab 2021? It's like,
yes.
Bizarro, I'm helping. Bizarro, I'm helping.
All right, so 3 of you are knocked down. Well, 3 people are knocked down, and we're back at the top of the order with Brendan.
All right, do I have to roll a check?
Mm-mm. You can stand. Standing takes half of your movement.
All right, but how about this? Could I possibly? Could I? Ooh, thank you. My son's awesome. He just handed me hot cocoa. Could I swing my hammer from the ground and try to hit him in the foot or the knee?
Yeah, I don't see why not.
Okay. What do you think my modifiers would be? Just the strength modifier, like a normal attack?
Yes.
Would it reduce because I'm on the ground and I was prone, or? Actually, wait. One thing I want to ask you.
Mm-hmm.
Since I was prone, does that remove my rage? Sorry.
No worries. I still have it up here, right here. Nope. You're still raged. It says nothing about being knocked prone, so you are still raged.
Okay.
And when you're taking damage, you have resistance to bludgeoning, piercing, and slashing, so you should be taking half damage if you get hit with any of those things.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, he kicked me, so the guy hitting me, would that be like a bludgeon attack?
No, there was no damage involved in that, though.
Oh, that's right, yeah, because I just knocked down, I was prone.
Right.
Okay, I rolled a 7 with a 4 is 11. I'm raging. Well, that doesn't help me. It doesn't really help me in the damage.
No, but that hits him. That hits the ogre. 11.
It does?
Yeah.
Oh, wow,
ogres,
okay.
ogres have crap armor class. When you guys reach a higher level, that's when I start putting armor on these guys.
Dude, I rolled an 8 on a 1d8. Okay,
Nice.
8, rage 2, that's 10, and then strength is 14.
Oh, my leg! What's all this, my leg? You hit his leg. You hit his leg pretty good. It looks like he's not going to be walking right for a while.
Sweet.
Okay.
You'll never forget me. I'm knocking you down like a shooting star.
And I'll say, if you want, you can also use your move this round to stand up.
All right, I'll stand up.
Okay.
Smiling. I'll stand up smiling.
Okay. Brash.
All right. Brash is going to attack the larger, not the ogre, the other guy in front of him that
Sure.
With his great sword. That's 17.
That hits him.
It's 12 points of damage.
Shadatho, I'm coming to you. What does it look like when this guy dies?
I just totally just gut him with my great sword, and I say, Shadatho sucks. And then I am going to. Eesh.
Well, this ogre. Don't be fooled by this. I mean, this ogre is in your reach because he takes up all 4 of these squares. So he's like, you're still in his area, and you're
right.
in his, like you can attack him from where you are. If you're gonna next round, I just want to let you know before you run. And possibly, before you move, not run, but before you move and possibly get opportunity attacked.
Okay, so yeah, I'm just going to have to stand my ground and cross my fingers because I'm still only down to 2 hit points, so I don't think I can afford to take it.
Okay.
But, all right. All right.
This guy who's prone, oh my goodness. He's an idiot. He gets up, and he is like, for Shadatho! Like, he's not... He's like enraged. Not the cool kind of, rage like Brundon has, but he's raged. He's like, for Shadatho! Shadatho will make me immortal! I will be immortal for Shadatho! And he attacks Brundon and misses, thinking about martyrdom. It's gonna be awesome! And he misses. That's going to bring us to Fredo.
All right, Fredo is going to use his rapier on the guy who just stood up.
Okay.
And that'll be 12.
12 hits him.
All right, then that'll be 3 points of damage. I'm nickel and diming this guy.
Your paper cuts do nothing to me, gnome.
Okay. George gets up, and he just kind of runs around in a circle. He's like, I don't know what to do. I don't know what to do. My arms are tied. And that's all he does. The ogre is now swinging at Brundon. And misses. He cracks the stone in front of Brundon's feet with his great club. The stone cracks.
Nice.
And he's just like, my leg! I'll kill you for that! It hurts so bad. And that's going to bring us back to the top of the order with Brundon.
Sweet. With my action beginning, is his club still in the ground?
Yeah, sort of. Yeah. What are you doing?
I was thinking about stepping on it, like putting my foot on it and taking a swing at his head.
Okay, that's fine.
All right.
So you're gonna kind of use it as a step up?
Yeah.
Cool. All right.
You missed, why Iona? All right, straight up regular attack.
What?
Let's see here. Oh, nice. 17 with a 4, 21.
That hits him.
1. Oh, this is beautiful. Okay, rolling the D8, and I'm still raged, right?
Yes.
All right, so
Nice.
oh, nice. 1d8, 8 points. 2 is 10. 4 is 14.
Oh, my head! My poor head! My poor ogre head! He looks.
My mama liked this baby.
He looks pretty hurt and very, very angry. And that is going to bring us to Brash.
All right, Brash is going to use his greatsword against the ogre. I'm not going to do much, am I?
Nope.
I rolled a 2, so yeah, that's 8.
Okay, no, that misses.
Yeah, I figured.
Okay, that's going to bring us to this guy here, the other human dude, and he's like, Shadatha will protect me. Have at you! And he attacks the gnome and misses.
All right.
Have at you! And that's going to bring us back to. That's going to go to Fredo.
Oh, Fredo's going to swing it right back at him. He's going to take his rapier and swing at him. Fuck. And I got a 6.
Okay. So you miss him, and he's still yelling, "Have it, you! Shadatha will save me!"
Up yours.
And that is going to bring us back to the ogre again.
Oy.
Oh boy.
The ogre lifts up his, as Brundon slides off the great club, he lifts it and swings. Oh, and he hits Brundon.
Oh.
Brundon takes 6 points of damage.
Oh no! No! That leaves me. I'm dead.
Well, no, that would just be 3 because you've got resistance to bludgeoning.
Oh, that's right. Okay, thank God.
Bludgeoning,
okay.
etc. Yes.
Woo!
Very good. Do we need to? Oh man. Do I need to roll any checks or anything like that, or am I okay?
No, you're okay. And that's going to bring us once again back to the top of the order for Brundon.
Okay.
Going toe to toe with the ogre.
Whew. Can I drink my potion and still have an action to attack?
No, drinking the potion would be your action. Unless as a barbarian, if you have some sort of like bonus action or something that would let you let you make some sort of like bonus attack or something. I don't think you do at this level though.
And rage, I don't think it gives me an extra a bonus or attack or anything like that.
No.
All right. I'm gonna have to take my chance and drink the potion.
Okay.
So how much hit points do I get with the potion?
2d4 plus 2. If you'd like, I can roll for you, or you could roll yourself.
Let's do it this way. 2d4 plus 2.
Yes.
1, 2. Oh, thank God. All right. So 6 plus 2.
Yep.
All right. So that's 8. All right. So I go back up plus 8. Oh, thank God.
Oh, there's
All
something
right.
else I want to see here. Let me see. Okay, so that's going to bring us back to Brash.
All right, Brash is once again going to use his greatsword on the ogre. Nice. 20. Which I'm
Okay.
showing.
Yeah,
Okay.
that hits.
Okay, 6 and 10 points of damage.
Okay, what does it look like when this ogre goes to meet his maker?
Yes. Yeah, I lop off his freaking arm that had the club on it, and it just goes flying up, and the club just knocks him on the head, down to the ground. Done.
He's dead.
Wow. Oh man.
Okay,
All right.
that's going to bring us.
This guy.
That's going to bring us back to this guy here. He's going to make another check to see what he's going to do.
I was going to use my move.
Okay, yeah, you can do that.
I'm going to move and flank Dickhead there.
I'm not sure if that would count as flanking. This is one of them arguments that we keep having. I'm gonna have to look this up later. This is one of the arguments we keep having with the Wednesday game. But I mean, you can definitely move there.
Yeah, I'm going to move there because this way, even if he does flee, then this way I could get an opportunity attack as well as everyone else, and hopefully that'll if he tries to flee.
Right.
Box him in at the very least.
Right. I think the reason why he wouldn't be flanked, I think the argument that's generally being made is I erased him.
Where'd he go? Hey.
I accidentally hit delete on my keyboard. I'm gonna put this guy here.
He was so scared he just vanished.
And I remember how many hit points he had, so I'm just gonna use this guy.
Yes.
It's too bad I wish there was like an undo. Oh, there is an undo. Hang on. Oh wait, can I do an undo like in that space? Let me. Oh yeah, I can. Okay, undo again. Undo. There he is. There you are.
Hey, you bastard.
All right.
Now attack.
He is still attacking. He's like, for Shadatho!
Jesus.
And he hits Fredo. He's like, I will call you Tim when you're dead. And he does 6 points of damage.
Dude. All right.
Take that. He doesn't know your name's Tim, though. But he's like, take that, Gnome. Shadatho has made me mighty. And it is now Fredo's turn.
All right. Fredo is going to use his rapier. Say, screw you. You bastard.
Whoa.
And that'll be 4 points of damage.
Okay. Shadatho will not let me die.
Tim, this.
Okay. The ogre's dead. Let me take him off out of my list. Okay, that's gonna bring us back up to Brundon.
Brundon's just gonna take a nice big healthy swing at his head. Let's just go for it. Okay. I'm still rage, right?
Yep.
Okay. Roll on dice.
Are we going to try to capture this guy too?
Well, I'm not going to kill him this round. I'm going to kill him too, I can tell you that much. It's almost like I walked over and I just gently touched him with my hammer. It's like,
he's like, see, Shadatho protects me.
Obviously doesn't hit, right?
Mm-mm. No, sir.
Okay. I'm done.
Okay, Brash.
All right, Brash is going to whack him over the head with his freaking greatsword, and
Okay.
maybe not. 14?
14 hits him.
Okay, right on his conking head. You're going to try to knock him down, knock him out.
All right. Give me some-
Oh, 8 points, 12 points. 12 points of knocking out damage.
Okay. He is so unconscious that it should be like it should be a crime how unconscious this guy is. I mean, let me see if there's a good unconscious kind of thing, like a sleepy. I wish there was like a sleepy thing.
Narcotics, doesn't it? Usually, like narcotics creates a healthy, good unconscious.
Yes. I'm gonna put this broken skull on him. He is unconscious.
All right.
Okay. So they are all dead or down.
Whew. Wow.
When that happens, a whole bunch of people come running out of the inn. Like, mostly like women. There's a couple of like later middle-aged farmers, and they're just like, oh my! Like, one of them's like running into the house to grab that other kid. I don't know where that little boy went. The little boy, like, someone's looking for him. They're like, Timmy, come back, Timmy!
All right, babe.
Timmy, where did you run off to? Oh, I think actually, is that really his name? I think I actually named these children. Like, Timmy, yeah, he's Timmy. Timmy, come back! Timmy, come back! Susie's the one that ran into the house, and the name of the little girl that ran into the inn is Tina.
Tina.
Okay. So they come out. Nigellus' wife is like running to his side. She's like, Nigellus, no, my husband. Oh no. So's his daughter. And what are you guys doing?
Well,
All right,
John, do you still have one of the potions left?
Yes, you do.
We could give one of the potions to. I was gonna plan on giving the potion to the guy myself, but I had to use mine because I was down to 3 hit points.
Yeah.
What do you think, John?
Well, if there's not going to be any imminent danger, at least we could use this time to heal. I mean, if he's not dead, I mean, we could just try to treat him first, and as long as we could stabilize him, he'll just start to heal on his own,
That's true. Good point.
and not waste the potions. But you know, as long as we could stabilize everybody, because you know, I'm down to 2. Both of my characters are down to 2. So yeah, at this point, you know, we've kind of got everyone down. Let's tie up the knocked out dude, even though it doesn't look like he's going to wake up anytime soon.
Still at all.
We should probably give George a chance to, you know, just kind of chill with us, being that he proved that, you know, he's trying to help us. He just didn't know what to do, but he did try. And
I just
yeah,
want to go back to my wife.
You're gonna hang out with us, buddy. but yeah, and then all right, so we're Brash is gonna tie up the guy he just knocked over the head.
Okay.
Fredo is gonna run over to Nigellus and see if he can't stabilize him.
Yeah, you can stabilize him. Well, roll a heal check.
Okay. What is that? Medicine?
Yes, medicine. And you've got advantage because the wife's helping, so you can roll another 20.
Oh, good. Okay, good. Okay, that's much better.
Okay. Okay.
Okay.
Yes. He
Yeah,
has
so
been
that's a 20.
stabilized.
Okay, good. He is stabilized. During stabilization tactics, Fredo asked the wife what had happened. What happened while we were gone?
These men came into town. We thought they were just coming to use the inn, and then, you know, we offered to. We said we had some fried chicken because we've just learned this new recipe thanks to you guys, and that other one there, and she points at the leader. She says, he asked if we had enough fried chicken for an ogre, and we were like, ogre? And that's when they just attacked and they started like rounding everybody up, and they said they wanted the children. They said they were going to bring them to Shadatho. They said that Shadatho was going to like make them part of his greatness or something. I don't know, they were kind of rambling like lunatics. And they rounded up the children, they made us stay inside the inn. They had the ogre, and then he took a leak on the side of the inn. I'm not happy about that.
Oh, goodness. Well, we can clean that up later.
Thank you so much for... I don't know what we would have done if you guys didn't make it back here.
Well, I
You
think
saved
some
my
fried
Nigella?
chicken is in order, but other than that, let's see what's going on here.
You've saved Timmy, and you've saved Susie, and you saved Tina, which is unfortunate. We didn't really like her. That kid's a pain in the ass.
Well,
not big fans of
we
Tina.
got a wagon with horses, no?
Yeah, you got to wagon 2 horses. Horses are a little spooked, but you know, it's there.
All right. What about the guys? Can we observe the guys and like take a look at them and like see if we can find anything on them?
They each have their scimitar.
All right.
They're wearing leather armor, which is a little slashed up and stuff now, but that's okay. And they've got... Where are they? Here they are. Each one of them's got 8 silver pieces and 25 copper. They've all got a little bit of spending money for when they're out and about. Now, on their leather armor, there's this strange-looking like symbol painted in red. It kind of looks like an octopus head, but not quite. It's almost Cthulhu-ish.
What about the leader? Does leader's robes look different, or the leader's clothing look different from the other guys?
He has these really cool, like, on his leather armor on his shoulders, he has these really cool, like, steel skulls that have been painted red.
What do you think, John? Do you think we should at least keep the leader's clothing and armor? We can maybe use it for something later. We'll put it in the cart, and then we'll give the townspeople, again, like the goblins, like we'll give them the scimitars and clothing and stuff like that, so they can at least arm themselves.
Yeah. Maybe that armor might come in handy. Maybe we could. I don't know how and who would wear it to disguise themselves as a human leader of the guys of our group, but yeah, it might come in handy.
George, quick, put this on.
Okay, so what kind of armor is that? It's just a leather armor with the shoulder pads?
That's what the leader guy was wearing. He had the shoulder pads. The other guys just have, the leather armor.
I think we should keep the leader's armor, because if Chuck plays a human, if we ever need to use it to get into something or to trick somebody, if he could wear it, at least he could pass it off as being like one of the group. Whereas like we can't, obviously. So I think we should hold on to it. Do you know if Chuck's gonna play a human?
I honestly do not know.
Okay. I think we should take the risk of holding on to it. I mean, if anything, we could sell the armor.
Yeah.
Like we could sell it for money or modify it. You know, we could make each of us a helmet with the skull shoulder pad.
Okay. Let's see that. And that's all these guys have of value is the 8 silver and 25 copper?
Yes.
Or they each had, or that was total?
That's what they each had. Like if you round it up, I mean, like, one of them had 7, one of them had 9. So like if we add it up, it'd come out to how many were there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So yeah, 7. Oh yeah, including the leader. I didn't count the leader. I'm sorry.
Okay, including the ogre too, I guess, right?
The ogre had nothing but his great club.
Okay.
And a broken knee.
Still 7, because I was just counting X's, and this guy ain't dead yet.
Right.
Right. Okay. Okay.
All right, and so like she is still like the Nigellus is starting to come around, and he's just like, what happened? And she's like, these fine people saved us, even though none of them are human.
Oh, that's a little racist.
Look, I'm just saying.
What happened? What happened? Lost. Good morning.
All right.
All right, so they pick him up, and like some of the other townspeople pick him up, and they're bringing him into the inn, and people are thanking you, and they're just like, if we had anything to give you, we'd give it to you, but I really don't have much. Oh yeah, you can have that, sure, absolutely. We don't want that.
Yeah, we're gonna take that wagon and horses for sure.
Yeah, we have no use for it. Well, I mean, it'd come in handy, but I mean, it's not ours, and if that's the only thing we can give you, that's awesome sauce.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, if we had another one, I'd leave it for you, but no, that's going to come in handy for us. So, sorry. We'll take it.
Do they have any lodgings that we could rent, like a building we could rent? Because I'm thinking if we need to keep the horses and the cart, and if we keep like the weapons and the equipment that we have. Like I'm thinking maybe it might be beneficial for us to stay in this town, not just like lodging at like the inn, but like actual like a property or a house or something you can rent. Do you know if they have that, Mondo? Like in that village?
One of the guys says, he's like, if you're looking for a more permanent place to stay than the inn, he's like, I mean, we could put you up in like one of our, like, we've got a storage bin, like, well, it's not really a bin, but it's like that storage building over there. You guys could stay there until like you decide what you're going to do next. Sure. I mean,
how much would you charge us for it?
Nothing. You just saved our asses. I mean,
that is a good deal.
Yeah.
I mean, once we start bringing crops in, we're going to kind of need it again. But I mean, for now, I mean, yeah, you guys can stay there and like, oh my goodness, and like Nigelis' wife is like, you don't have to pay for any of your meals here at the inn right now. It's like, oh my goodness, I'm just so happy my Nigelis is alive.
John, what do you think? You think it's a good idea?
Well, definitely stay till we heal up, because we're all hurting pretty bad. So definitely that. But yeah, we'll see. I think our ventures are going to take us way out of this town, but just to know that we got a place to come back to, if we need it.
Yeah. Plus, we have a place to put the guy that we captured, and we can interrogate him.
Oh yeah, we still need to interrogate that bastard.
Hammer.
Yeah. Take off his boots. Here we go.
Hey,
I wonder if his wife made him those boots.
Oh yeah, George. What are we gonna do about George?
Yeah, what do the people say about George? Are they cool with him?
Not really. They're kind of looking at him like sideways. I mean, they're more concerned about like everything else that just happened. But I mean, none of them look happy to see him. But they see that he's like tied up, like and I mean, they're not really concerned about him like trying to do anything goblin.
George.
Yeah.
You have something to say to these people?
I'm sorry that me and my clansmen tried to take your vegetables. It was wrong, and I'll never do it again. And I'm really concerned about my wife.
Very good, George.
Thank you. Can I have my boots at least?
I think he's earned his boots. All right. Yeah, Brash gives him his boots.
Can you put them on me? I'm kind of tied up.
Untie him.
You want to untie him?
He did.
Let's. Are we gonna untie him and still keep like, I don't know, shackles on him or something? I don't know if we could even get shackles or something to keep him. He's just gonna run off. At this point, he's just gonna run off to go see his wife at the least. If we want to keep him on for a little longer.
Sir, that is the most I will do, is run away to see my wife. I don't want to hurt you guys. You guys let me live. You didn't break my toes. You've given me back my boots. I mean, I can't promise. I can't promise that if you untie me, that the longing for my wife won't make me run to her arms, her green gobbly arms. But I don't want to hurt anyone right now, even the dwarf. I don't even want to hurt the dwarf.
Well, John, I'm going to leave it up to the dwarf what the dwarf is going to do with you. I give you your boots back, but Brundren, it's all up to you what we do with this guy. You want to keep him around a little longer, or?
Brendan's going to take you to the side, and speaking out of character, what is your persuasion, John?
Persuasion. My persuasion is 2 on Fredo, but Brash has no bonuses.
All right, I've got a 1 in persuasion. What do you think? Do you think we should try to persuade him to stay with us, or should we just let him go? He could be useful.
We could try to persuade him and just leave it up to him, I guess.
Yeah, let's give it a shot. Because I've got a 1 in persuasion. You've got a 2, so you have a better chance than I would.
All right.
Want to give it a shot?
Yeah, and Brash could just stand there with his arms crossed, just keeping quiet.
And intimidating. Oh my God! Roll 2 rolls. roll persuasion on the stone gnome, and roll intimidation on the dragonborn.
Actually, he doesn't have much of an intimidation either. He's got his 10 charisma, so he's got no bonuses. But I mean, it is what it is, right?
That is true.
All right. So how do we do that, Mondo?
Well, tell me what you're going to say to him, and then just roll your persuasion check.
All right. Well, Brash is just going to stand there and try to look intimidating. He's not going to say much because he ain't too good with that stuff.
Okay. Let me check intimidate, because I think when you intimidate someone, I think that they become hostile towards you after the fact.
Okay, well, we don't want that. We don't want that.
No.
If we want this guy to hang with us, it's either we keep him under lock and key, which is going to be a pain in the ass to us, or we just convince him to stay with us. So, okay, I think we'll just stay with persuasion with the guys. All right, so Fredo's. You want me to go first, Damon?
Yeah, go for it.
Okay, Fredo's going to talk to him and say, look, you've proven yourself to us. You could be handy, but I don't know if we completely trust you. But if you decide to stay with us and not run off, you can make up for the wrongdoings you've done to these people and others. And then maybe later on you want to go back to your wife. But we're gonna try to do some good deeds around here. We're gonna do the right thing. Atone for your shittiness.
Well, how long are we talking?
I don't know. We'll take it a day at a time right now.
All right, you go ahead and you roll your persuasion.
Oh, that's a 6.
The other guy that ran off, he never would have helped you the way I helped you guys, and I really think he's trying to get with my wife. I really need to go home.
Well, that's what I did, man. You want to give it a shot?
All right, I'll give it a shot.
All right,
But
what are you
George,
going to say to him?
think of all the good you could do for these people. Imagine coming home to your village and being a hero.
They would hate me. If they would be like, what did you do while you were away? And I'd be like, well, I was working with a dwarf and a dragonborn guy and a gnome, and we help people. They would think I sucked so bad.
I did roll a 16.
If you said that they would never find out, maybe I could stick around for like a few days and help. But you'd have to promise not to tell anyone.
Your secret's safe with me.
I'm gonna need some kind of disguise or something. I don't know.
We could paint them to look like a gnome.
Could I have the pointy red hat?
Oh yeah, now you're trudging into very dangerous territory.
I'll make my own.
I don't know about my pointy red hat. I kind of like my pointy red hat.
Oh my god! Imagine how awesome it is if he walks around painted up like a gnome and he makes his own clothes.
We could give him some armor.
It's true. We could give him some armor. That'd be good.
Well, he wears leather armor.
Oh, okay.
He's got leather armor on.
We could give him back some of the goblin weapons. He could train. Oh my god! He could train the villagers on how to use the goblin weapons. No, you stupid humans! This is how you do it. You go stabby stab.
All right, we won't tell anybody. Yeah, you should just hang out with us for a little bit, and we'll give him back his sword, I guess, right? And his bow. Did he have a bow?
He did.
Yeah, it looks like it. Yeah.
All right.
All right, you guys, and you promise you're not going to tell anybody.
Brash says, we will tell no one.
I promise. Your secret is safe with me.
All right. I guess. Sure. But like you said, just day by day, we'll see how it goes. Because, like I said, I'm really worried about my wife.
All right, day by day.
All right. You think I can leave tomorrow?
We'll see.
Okay.
We'll see. Maybe. Tomorrow will be good. Good night, George. Good work, George. I'll likely kill you in the morning, George.
As you wish, Mary.
Nice.
You know why I'm smiling? There's something I know you don't know. I'm not left handed.
Oh, man. All right.
Okay, I think this is where we're gonna wrap it up for now.
Okay.
And the next time we play, you guys can question Broken Skull, the cultist.
Excellent. Brendan will pull out the little hammers. His little chisel set.
So all in all, I'd say a very successful experience.
That
with
ogre
the
was making me
Roll20.
sweat.
Yeah, ogre he was no joke. You guys were first level, but I figured you could handle him.
Barely.
Excellent.
But yeah, I mean, Roll20 seems to work pretty good. The Google Hangouts was like, it's pretty good. And I had a lot of fun playing D&D with you guys, man.
Yeah, that was fun, man.
Thank you. I've been done. Actually, to tell you the truth, this is my first actual run of 5th edition. Like, I did it once at my school with a couple of my middle school kids.
Right.
It was not bad. But we didn't really dive into it. It was like kind of like an introduction. I was teaching them the basics, like how to roll and stuff like that.
Right.
But this is like my first serious, like, 5th edition adventure. And man, I loved it. It was fantastic.
Cool. Awesome.
Yeah.
All right, well, we will be back next time with more Dungeons and Dragons and Goblin henchmen. And we'll see what the Broken Skull cult guy has to say about his Shadatho.
Yeah.
You guys can find me on Twitter at DharmaBob, and you can go to geekfightclub.net, where we'll have play-by-play, blog posts of all the Geek Fight Club adventures. And there's a forum if anyone's forumly interested, and there'll be links to download the podcast once the podcast is posted, which if you're listening to this will be now. And leave us a 5-star rating and a review, and we're gonna get better. There'll be less like hemming and hawing as we as we do this more often. So I appreciate everybody listening. You guys all have a great night or day, whatever time you're listening to this.
Night for me. So.
All right, and we
Shadatho sucks.
and we are out of here.
Will make dwarven pedicures popular. He will make it popular. Find a way.
All right, gang. We will talk to you later. Peace out.